that kind of ruins, breaks more in Batman v Superman, and it breaks more in Justice League because there's many times in those movies where flying would have been useful.
Yeah,
and
she
just doesn't do it. But
she flies now.
She flies now.
They fly now.
She flies now.
Isn't that great?
Just quickly,
I think comics.
I think I have to leave.
She can fly in the comics, but Jesus Christ, make it consistent in the movies.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, philosopher? I couldn't hear you.
Hello.
Hi.
I think he said he's got.
Okay, well, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Anyway, let's get started. No worries. Whatever you guys gotta run to the bathroom or fix your router or I don't know, start your New Year's resolutions early. Go for it. But we're gonna carry on with our video tonight at Smudcast. This is number 152. Good afternoon, everyone. And why can't Link be a girl? This is the question we're asking tonight from the PBS Digital Studios game show. Whatever this is, that's a lot of subtitles in a title for a YouTube video.
Is he actually?
Oh yeah.
Is by PBS? Out of curiosity,
I guess
by the public broadcast.
Yeah, he was doing this before he was on what was that, Vox? I'm trying to remember what this guy was at before.
Yeah.
And he's been doing this for a while. So
yeah,
I am in the room.
He
it's
covered
a long way since Mr. Rogers.
So he covers these topics about sexuality and LGBTQ issues all the time because he is gay, and he likes to remind people of that. That's totally fine. That's what you're focused on. That's what
is he smud?
Yeah, he says so.
His glasses don't have lenses in them.
Really?
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, we don't have lenses in them now.
Aw.
Well, they could be.
I know. I
weak.
wear glasses.
They could be really, really weak. You don't know. They could be like 1s or 0.1 or 0.2, whatever.
I mean, I wear glasses too.
To be honest with you, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So
exactly,
thing is that his homosexuality is his personality trait.
Well, I wouldn't say that much. He does talk about it a lot, though. So that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
right.
He can do that. It's fine. Whatever.
Why can't Link be a girl? All right, so I'm going to answer this real quick as a huge Legend of Zelda fan. Why can't Link be a girl? Because the writers don't write him that way.
Patching it through.
All right, let's go down the list. Let's start from the left and ask the same question because it's a very simple question. Why can't Link in, I guess, the entire series or just in general, not be a girl? Anyone?
For your...
Yeah, it's easy because that's not what the writers wanted.
I'm trying to think. I'm like,
I suppose. Oh, sorry.
Hold on. Let Master Key talk. He's on a delay.
Oh, am I on the delay? Shoot. Sorry, I thought I was on the far left. Anyway, all I was gonna say is the only thing
coming in.
I'd say it's
Patch
fine that if they want to make him a girl, I don't see a reason why you would need to or even want to from a pure marketing perspective because he is iconically known as the male warrior kind of hero. So why change that formula? So Nintendo has made a lot of money off of not trying to screw with their formulas too much and not fixing what's not broken. So leave it alone. But I mean, if you really want to, there's nothing wrong with it. I guess he is a blank slate for the most part. But that's it for me.
You've also got to think of the other question of why can't Zelda be a bloke then?
Yeah. Why isn't that the topic of this video? I mean, the entire game series is called Legend of Zelda. I mean, come on.
I was always disappointed you don't ever. It was always misleading to me. I ripped off the first game, and then I bought 7 more. And then I guess I just didn't care anymore.
Well,
it makes sense because Zelda is the goal, and she has basically the final power to seal up Ganon.
Not in Majora's Mask.
I didn't play Majora's Mask, I'll be honest.
Zelda appeared in a flashback, and then that was it. It was entirely removed from Hyrule, actually.
Yeah. I think that's probably why I didn't really want to play it. I know Majora's Mask is hailed as one of the greatest Zelda games. I think I tried to play it a few times, just never really got into it, or just ran out of time to play it.
But that was the N64 game, right?
I liked it.
That was the N64.
Yeah,
right
it was
after
N64.
Ocarina. Yeah.
That was with the
Yeah,
giant expansion. What was that thing called? I can't remember. I think you needed like a certain RAM expansion on the N64 to play it. I think I can't recall though.
Welcome
Yeah.
back, philosopher.
Like the newer models, they kind of there was like this R drive thing slot you had to stick in the front. I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's so long ago.
I remember selling the N64 because
Message coming in.
I remember selling the game and it had to have this
True.
weird piece to it. I was like, what the hell is that? I had no idea because I wasn't taught on what the specs of the N64 were. So, but I always remember that was the one of the few games you had to do that. I think the other one was like Perfect Dark or something, or some other
I remember Perfect Dark. Yeah.
N64 game had to use it as well.
It might have been 007 or
Mm,
I think I know.
No.
Wasn't it 007 that had also some sort of weird golden guy or golden eye?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
not a memory required. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, in regards to the question, crazy philosopher, you're back. Are you there, buddy?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
I had to restart my service.
Okay, good stuff. Well, we asked everyone the question, and we're going to come to you now. Why can't Link in the Legend of Zelda series
Sorry?
be a girl? Is there a reason why he can't be a girl?
Yeah.
Philosopher.
Stuff is cutting out.
let me change the server. Let me change the server one more time.
The region
Okay.
is set to Hong Kong. I have to ask why.
Yeah.
Let's try Europe. Here we go. Good old EU.
The superior continent.
Yes.
No, the previously I just issue with connecting to my router, but now I'm good. So yeah, probably that.
Hello.
So you ask me if there's an issue with Link not being a girl or what?
Yeah. What is your general idea that you would say? Why can't Link be a girl?
Hello.
My general idea on
Yeah.
that is because the developers of the game don't want Link to be a guy.
Hello.
Hello,
Yeah,
Zach.
Zach, we can hear you. Zach, we can hear you.
Zach, you there?
Yeah, we can hear
Anybody?
you, Zach.
Zach.
Zach?
Zach, reset your stuff. Rejoin the call.
Hello.
Hey, Zach.
Zach, yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
We've been saying that for the last 5 minutes.
I didn't see any greens lighting up.
Oh, yeah,
And
that
then
was
finally,
happening to me before.
I just finally heard fucking shit Hawk come through and say, "Just leave the call and rejoin." I'm like, okay.
All right. Well,
So you're only seeing colour, Zach. Well, God.
yeah. So the question was, why can't Link be a girl? I think most people have said for narrative reasons, he's been established as
There's
something.
an inward reasoning of the hero being reborn, so it's the same hero being reborn again and again.
Right. And
Yes.
in that context of the narrative, technically the hero can reborn into any body, so it wouldn't really matter who the hero of legend is. It just has always been Link, who happens to be male. So
Yeah.
Not true. So the legend specifically dictates there's a hero, a princess, and the embodiment of evil. And
I mean, then again, Zelda law is always a bit loose. But then again,
Yes.
that's the only kind of fixed thing.
and they can make him a girl. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, I thought to myself once, wouldn't it be kind of a fun story to have Zelda be a girl and Link be a girl and Zelda be a prince?
okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can absolutely make that work, and as long as it's a good story, it makes
Message
sense
coming in.
narratively, and maybe
Patch
there's
it
a
through.
little shoe-in of this is why this is happening this way on this iteration or
Right.
on this generation of hero and
you've
princess.
already answered, and Zach, you've already answered why. If it did make it a girl, it's probably going to be a bad thing because we say it could be a good story. The people who
It could be.
want,
But the people that
people
want
who
that
want to,
aren't good writers.
no, that's the problem.
Well, think about
the
it.
one thing.
Think of it like this: we have Samus Aran. What if she was a guy? Like, I don't think anyone would really care because her sexuality or her gender is irrelevant. Aside from, was it Other M, where they actually gave voice actors and all these other lines so that she has some femininity and she looks like a girl and this and that outside the suit. So with the,
Smud, there is a mob of woke people coming to your door right now for even daring to say that Samus could be a bloke.
really, I would see that's completely natural. If you're going to ask the question, if a male can be a female, why not the other way around? So the same with
It's a natural
Princess.
thing, yeah.
Exactly. So the problem with the Zelda series is everything like the Mario series, they're all disconnected. They're just like, here's a crazy fun idea, and here's our mascot, and that's all it is. So there's no real internal consistency because there never was supposed to be. It's just a cutesy little character. And what's the dialogue of Link? Just he screams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the newest one, he has a lot of anime grunts.
Yeah. So there's not much characterization. So so if it's so small, to me it wouldn't really matter. But it still comes down to, is the story through the adventure of exploring and platforming going to work? And technically it would. The problem is, would it still be a Zelda game? I don't know. And they'd have to do a very good job of making it as such.
Here's the thing. Why don't we just make a new female character and build a series around her, and actually make her interesting enough?
Well, no, it already exists. Link exists already.
Sorry?
A female Link.
Play from the or maybe, I don't know, something like that. If they really wanted to have a female Zelda universe, just why not use a female that's already there?
Well, one thing I personally will find kind of neat, because it would also fit in with the world, is the Breath of the Wild 2. Because they already have established characters, and from everything we know, it looks like it's more focused on an adventure between Link and Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
So, playable Zelda there.
Yeah.
I do recall
Breath
Four
of the Wild.
Swords having 4 Links running around.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, whatever.
I already know that this video is about to piss me the fuck off. Just to demonstrate how much of a fanboy I am. I have one Hyrulean crest tattoo on my forearm, and I have a stained glass bicep tattoo of like full on Legend of Zelda. I got Sheik, Link, Navi, the 3 spiritual stones, and Twilight Princess Zelda up at the top, all in stained glass.
Ooh.
You know, I
love
would make
Twilight Princess. I actually brought I could play that this winter.
I would make my usual joke about only idiots having tattoos, but the joke doesn't really land if you can't see me. I have tattoos.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
You gotta take a selfie or something and then send it to us.
Yeah.
Well, I can send my tattoos.
All right. Well, let's get on with the video before we just quit rambling.
Message coming in.
Joe Crazy, let's get the super chats and we'll get finished. Howdy, gents. Oh Lord, not the PBS. You know what? I like PBS. I was watching PBS this morning, and it was a Julia Child marathon. It was fantastic.
What?
By the way,
PBS
what is PBS?
Digital Studios? What is PBS Digital Studios?
Don't.
Peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
There you go. That sounds.
realistically, what is PBS?
PBS is the public broadcasting studio. It states.
Yeah.
Oh, this is legit. This is actually PBS.
Yes.
I think it was an arm of PBS, as everyone said, but they closed that down.
This is actually PBS Digital Studios on YouTube. They have 1.67k subscribers.
Didn't they? I thought they fired that guy, the guy who did this video, or at least his show.
They only have one video up, and it's from 7 months ago.
Really? That's interesting.
And it's called Please Dear God Give Us Some Money. The bailiffs are at the door.
Oh. All right, let's keep going. Mariner 1712. What if Zelda was a girl? All in caps. Yes, that is the topic. Again, Mariner 1712. If Link being male was such a problem, why do so many women buy into the franchise, and why does Link keep getting bummed in fan art?
Because he's a pretty boy.
Pretty much. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
I think this. I saw the first minute of the video that starts.
Especially in Breath of the Wild, they made him especially like the Japanese type of pretty boy.
Oh yeah. Mariner 712 again. Donkey Kong 64 uses the RAM expansion entirely to brute force past a memory bug, and games like Perfect Dark use it for high-res texture modes. Okay, so I was right. I did remember that from my long old past of working at a microplay and selling all sorts of hardware and software.
It was packaged. I think it was packaged with Donkey Kong because otherwise the game wouldn't work.
Yeah, exactly. So, I remember those days. All these crazy peripherals that were coming. I remember someone asking me, "Can you play? Was it Halo with or without an Xbox memory card?" And I was like, "You could, but you don't have to." It's like, "Well, do I have to buy one?" It's like, "If you want." It's like, "But do I need it?" No. It's like
I always wanted the crossbow for the Wii.
The crossbow.
What? The crossbow?
Yeah, that's specifically for a Zelda game, even for a Link's crossbow something. I think it's called.
It was a game based on an arcade shooter.
All right.
Link's crossbow training.
Oh, the zapper. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
So, did you think an actual crossbow?
Well, they called it, the game was called Link's Crossbow Training, right? So
yeah,
it came with the zapper.
What game does he actually use?
Europe's a crazy place, but we don't actually hand out crossbows to
people. I've been crossbow shooting once.
You can kill some Scottish people. You can.
I mean, I was crossbow shooting at the castle nearby.
So long as it's not a longbow, you're okay. Okay.
I love the fact that the way to make the British guy happy, the English guy happy here is you can kill Scottish people. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm on board. I'm on board with this. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do this.
The guy with Scottish relatives. Like, why? Why would you do that to my family?
Just a return to the old ways.
Taker 610. Samus can be made suit. Oh, sorry. Samus can be male suit. Just needs a crotch bulge or a cod. Yeah, a cod piece. I don't know. You don't have to do that. The entire Samus suit has always been the Chozo. What is it called? The Chozo suit or whatever has always been very fantastical. Let's just say because you can roll into a ball, you can jump infinitely, you can have energy pouring out of your space jumps, and that could be an attack. So there's lots of strange things. I remember reading the manga, actually. It's controlled by her mind, the entire suit. So it's nothing to do with her physical body. So it's all controlled through her wishes to move her arm or leg. So it augments her abilities.
Right. That's
pretty cool stuff. And later tiers, why can't most Gerudos be white men? Ooh, I don't know.
Why can't most things be the opposite of what they are? Is what you can literally put this question as.
Yeah, so the argument becomes
because if you were to take a woman character, if you take Wonder Woman and make her a man, people will lose their shit. The fact that you didn't ask that, just let me ask that question on Twitter. Watch me get fucking canceled. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
you can't lose your 34 followers. Zach. Come on.
Look at the
eat my ass.
The various games that incorporate the like Wind Waker elements. The cartoon Link or Toon Link, Young Link. Mm-hmm. So there's all these different flavors and versions. They just sort of amalgamate into one, and that's why we have Hyrule Warriors, which is like that Dynasty Warriors style beat 'em up game, whatever you want to call it. And that has just all kinds of characters.
Muso games.
Right. And there's one that has a female-looking Link called Linkle, but that's a different character entirely. So they
Link cross-dresses. He cross-dresses in Breath of the Wild.
Really?
What a name, Linkle. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not
Link,
it's
funny,
but
I just now realized that that's how you pronounce it in English.
Linkley? Did you think it was Linkley?
I always called it Linkley.
Well, I'm not going to say much about that.
That's fine. You know what? It's Linkley now.
Linkley? Linkley's kind of cute, yeah, as a name, Linkley. Anyway.
I kind of like
it's
Linkle.
Better than Linkle.
Yeah.
No, it rhymes. It rhymes with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's perfect.
There you go.
I'm okay.
Make it a
no,
little-
I'm good.
All right.
I don't
No.
Link,
All right.
Linkle,
I-
little twink.
Well, too bad. I don't. Little Twink.
Okay, so let's get
I was
started.
thinking it earlier. I just didn't say
Can
it.
we
Yeah,
watch
come
the
on.
video now?
Yeah, let's watch the video.
Nintendo make a girl.
Yeah, we already answered that. Anyway,
After the reveal of Zelda Wii U at E3 last summer, people lost their collective minds over what appeared to be a feminized Link. Twitter
did they?
Well, this is 5 years ago.
Just say
People
that
were
I
like,
hate
"Oh my
that I hate-
goodness."
They
can
definitely
I just
didn't.
say I
Over a
hate-
feminized Link. Also, his glasses definitely don't have lenses.
Can I just say that I also hate the whole like clickbaity way of opening these videos too? People lost their minds. They are crazy over this new fact.
There are
Out
people
these
in a
top-
mental asylum because of this game.
Remember, there was a lot of
exactly.
talk among people about, "Ooh, that looks like a female Link. That's kind of neat."
No.
I dislike the clickbaity title. The way they do these videos. Never mind.
To be honest with you, he's now saying that people lost their mind on Twitter. There's a lot of people who don't have a mind on Twitter. It's sort of par for the course.
All right.
I
So
think dumping your brain is the first prerequisite to actually enjoy Twitter.
yeah,
Twitter
So don't-
exploded with excitement. Even Zelda Wii U series producer Eiji Aonuma fueled the fire by calling the female Link rumors interesting. But then Nintendo stepped in and cut our collective fun short.
Jesus
They said
Christ.
Link, definitely a dude.
How is that
Yet even
fueling?
an
You just
official
said-
denial from Nintendo HQ didn't
also
stop
just mean-
reporters from
yeah. Like I think Orange was saying, just saying interesting isn't fueling the fires. It's literally
Yeah,
him.
that's another-
It's him dismissing it, but being quirky enough that the insane people who wanted to think of it didn't take it as an insult.
That's another thing that I've noticed that a lot of clickbait like advertisement sites and everything like CVR and everything they'll take not even, it was just a casual comment or a like, and they'll be like on something. Here we go. Let's write a story about it. It's honestly
Yeah.
crappy journalism at its finest.
Yeah, no, I
It's-
agree. I agree completely. If someone who the lead developer goes, "Oh, that's interesting," it usually means I have no interest at all in this. Please take your wild headcanon somewhere else. I'm trying to do my job.
No, to be fair, sometimes we say things like that, and it turns out to be a confirmation. They did that with, I guess, League of Legends lately. They greenlit the MMO, but it was kind of like the guy was like, "Huh, that's a cool idea," having an MMO for League. And then the director, one of the creative directors, but Riot came back later, and he had to confirm though. Is like, yes, that means we greenlit the project.
Well, we do know that
but
creators and
saying
developers.
interesting isn't the same as that. So
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, creators and developers don't know the full story of what's happening in the production room. So it's like, okay, well, I'm working on this part of the company, and I have no idea what's going on over there. So they're told what to do and use their creative mind to make stuff. But if someone up high said, okay, our marketing research tells us we should make a male character a female, then they'll be like, all right. And I remember them doing that, not male to female, but they changed the style of the Konami Castlevania series on the DS from gothic sort of adult art.
Message coming in.
I can't remember her name. I think it was Kojima, actually. Her last name was Kojima. And they hired another studio to do childlike anime characters for the DS games with Soma Cruz. So it's like, because our marketing department said that we appeal to the 14-year-olds or whatever. It's like, okay, and they like anime as opposed to that. Yeah.
That's
All right.
That's the story behind Jedi Fallen Order. The Respawn wasn't even working on a Star Wars game. They were working on a completely different game. They were told, hey, you're going to make this Star Wars now. And then they turned concepts in mind for the characters, and those all got axed. Again, it's like, yeah, the creative room, creative directors, and the producers have something completely different in mind than what the actual company direction will have.
Yes.
It's like,
they're told go work, and then they get changed. They get marching orders at the last minute.
Yeah, it's like the marketing said that Anthem would be good, and it just was shit.
Well, I remember in the follow-up they were asked about the possibility of female Link, and I think AJ Onuma said that they never really thought about it, but they might think about it for a future project. That's
Here-
basically all that came out of it.
Here is Taker610. Thank you. Just glad Zelda didn't get her father's nose. Oi.
Oh yeah, he had a honker on that one. That was a big ass nose.
There's nothing
This
wrong
all
with a big.
from-
There's nothing wrong with a big nose. It's just when
You
you
have
see
a big
it.
nose?
Do you
Oh
have a
yeah,
big nose?
hold on. Let me just pull up. Hyrule.
Yes.
King.
Is this from Breath of the Wild, by the way? His
Yeah.
father? Or
Yeah.
Okay, I never played it.
You should play it. It's really good.
I don't like the
Breath
idea of
of-
weapon durability in my Zelda games. I don't understand why they put that in there.
It's
Yeah.
because you would just run around with a steel sword or a royal sword all the time.
Yeah, that's what I've done in previous Zelda games. Pretty happy with that.
I mean, once you get the master sword, you literally don't need another sword.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the durability thing goes away after that, I assume then.
Well,
Yeah.
the
Kinda.
master sword can run out of energy, and you wait like 2 minutes, and it's good to go again.
Okay, I guess that's not so bad then. It's not as bad as it was being advertised to me.
There you go. That's King Rome. That's a big
Wow.
ass nose. Look at that.
Wow.
So that's what Hawk
what's
looks
his
like
name?
then, is what we're telling us. Is what you're telling us. That's his note.
That's not my nose. My nose is lovely.
You were defending big noses. I assume that we were being self-conscious.
That's not a big
Oh,
nose.
No,
Come
I'm
on.
just, I just defend. You can't help what nose you have.
That's true.
Also, the just badass moment right here. Just put that in the chat there. So King Rome,
He's glowy.
yeah.
He's radioactive.
Why has he got an eye test on his wall? Can I just ask that as a question?
Why has it got what?
An eye test on his wall.
Eye test? Where? Where's King Rome got an eye test?
Oh no,
No,
he's
no,
talking
no,
about
on the actual video.
the video
Oh,
that
why
we're supposed to
can't
be
we-
covering.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I noticed that too.
Who?
P-U-F-D
Oh no, oh,
D
it's not-
D-O.
No,
I don't
you're
know.
right. It's a D. Yeah, you're right.
I think we could continue with the video.
Yes, let's keep going.
Yeah,
No,
we.
yeah,
I want
sorry,
to
yeah,
criticize the
sorry.
room.
No, we already
Repeatedly
went through
asking
criticizing
about
the
the
room.
possibility. He responded with the same stock answer. Nintendo designs Link as a stand-in for the player, so his gender should be irrelevant. But isn't that kind of a contradiction? Sure.
No, it's not.
Link
Is it?
What? How? What does it contradict?
His gender is irrelevant. He's a guy. Shut the fuck up. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it.
Women find him sexy, so they probably like playing
Why
with
do you
him.
want him to be a girl? That's literally what he's saying.
gender may not be central, but he's by no means genderless. After seeing the buzz generated by even the mere
Wait a second. Why would he be no means genderless? What the hell do you think he is? Just some weird block of clay?
Yeah.
They just. All right.
suggestion of a female Link, well, it got us here at Game Show thinking. In a world
Who's
Can you
us?
imagine, like-
you? Is it you
Wow.
at Game Show thinking?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was laughing on the way back from getting a drink. Can you imagine Link? It's like a block of Play-Doh just walking around.
I just
It's
imagine
a
a
nondis-
ditto. A ditto from
Nondescript
Pokemon.
block of cheese.
Exactly. Just he forms the sword, the master sword, with his head, with his blade. Like,
Yeah, don't give
I just-
Nintendo any ideas. Please don't.
Yeah. I just.
I
What
mean,
was
we've
that
already had
said?
Super
It-
Paper Mario, so his Legend of Play-Doh Zelda is not too far behind.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. But like what Zach
Here's
says,
the
it's
thing.
sort of
Nothing
like,
would
is it?
change right
Sorry.
now. Sorry, but nothing would change right now if we just take Breath of the Wild, swap Link for a girl, and swap Zelda for a guy. Nothing changes. Nothing.
Yeah, so why
So why the
even
fuck-
do it? That's the question is why would do it? That's one of the things I wanted to say,
Yeah.
and we asked the question at the start was, if you wanted to do it that way, and that was a point, because that's kind of like a reveal, there has to be a reason for the character to come out and say that sort of thing, or to present that sort of thing, but the character design has to be as such that the question would be naturally asked. So like you see the person, you think he's a guy, but it's actually very effeminate, or you think it's a girl, but she's very masculine. And it has to become about, say, are you doing something for a certain reason? It's like, yeah, I want to go protect my sister or whatever. It's like, oh, I thought you were a guy. It's like, oh, no. We're both female. Or something like that. For whatever reason. That is why you'd want to change things up to have a character reveal that tells us something about them, their plot, what they're trying to do, etc. But Zelda and Link don't have that much depth in terms of gender and sex. So
No, they don't.
There's a great example of a character like this coming from the most unexpected place. Dark Souls 1. Siegmeier of Katarina. You can find his daughter. She looks exactly like him because she's wearing the same armor that's super bulky and everything, and you can't see the face behind it unless you clip into it. But when you first time hear her voice, you first think it's Siegmeier, but then you hear her voice and you're like, what? And then she explains she's looking for her father because he's on a dangerous mission and she cares about him and wants to check on him. And so it's like really neat, but it's just like there's not really, the only reason why you thought it was Siegmeier is because of the same armor. Otherwise, and so there's a reason for that character to be there.
By the way, I just want to say you picked a perfect frame to pause on. I like the expression on his I like the expression on his face right now.
he's a very animated guy. But
Message coming in.
I just found Siegmeier on Google Images. That is a really
Onion
the
Knight.
Onion Knight.
it is like
Message coming in.
over protection there. It's
Patch
like
it through.
wow, no one's gonna get past that armor. So yeah,
Is
that's
this, Sigma Sigma Dark Souls.
Siegmeier. Siegmeyer.
Oh wow, okay, I was way off.
It's German.
Okay.
Or is it? No, it's Siegmeier, right?
It's Sieg-
But
yeah.
listen, dyslexic people are allowed to design characters and name them. Don't,
But this is a
I
great
am
example
dyslexic.
because the character is hidden behind
don't be
armor,
racist, Mud.
and therefore to reveal that it's like, oh, this is a part of your character because your character so much is a big, tanky mass of a human, and then it's like, no, I'm a girl.
Mhm.
So that's neat. That's a reveal. That's cool. Anyway,
With parallel uses and reincarnated characters, why couldn't Link be a girl? First, let's start by distinguishing between two different types of characters. On the one hand, there are single characters, like Mario or Luke Skywalker, and on the other are honorific characters, like Korra and Aang in the Avatar series. Mario is
Honorific?
always the same Mario. He looks the same in each
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What? Yeah,
Is he?
Honorific characters.
I've never heard this term.
Is he always the same guy?
that's the greatest places.
I just
In linguistic, fuck off. Honorifics can
I
be
sw-
used.
No,
I swear to God, if I hear the words Luke is
An
exactly the
honorific
same
is a
in the
title that conveys esteem, courtesy, or respect for position or rank when used in addressing or referring to a person. Sometimes the term honorific is used in more specific sense to refer to an honorary academic title. So what the fuck does he mean that Korra and Link are honorific
he means
characters?
spiritual successor.
Really? Well, maybe he will explain it later because now he's on the single character thing.
Yeah, but I swear to God he's going to mention that if he mentions Luke, I swear to God he's going to mention that Luke is the exact same character in the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy.
Was the secret trilogy already out then?
yes,
Oh, Matthias sums this up. I honestly doesn't know if you can make a good reason to why Link can't be a girl, but I can see why you can't make a good reason why Link shouldn't stay as a boy.
Mhm.
The
Oh, that's a
same
great
argument applies both ways.
yeah. Actually, I think we all came up with even better arguments as to why just leave it alone.
Personally,
Why
for
would
me,
you
is
change it? Why?
if they want to make him a girl, go ahead. Just make it good. I don't care.
Yeah, but here's the problem: it's like they won't, because the people who want to make Link a girl only want to do it so they can go, look, girl
Message
now
coming in.
leads successful franchise. See,
Patching it through.
girl characters are successful because we've
Stunning.
hijacked another franchise. It's like
Brave.
and brave. And the reality,
No,
like,
luckily the people making those games aren't those people. Those kind of people, at least yet.
So I think what he's
yeah,
meaning,
but
I think what he's referring to is that the iconic shape and color scheme and size and form of Mario hasn't really changed much from his NES days up to now. You could argue Super Mario Brothers 2. Maybe Luigi had some height on him, that sort of thing. They sort of gave him some character there, but he hasn't changed. Nothing stopping them from making a female Mario or Maria or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Maria.
it would be awkward. Be like, okay, that's not iconic anymore.
It's me, Maria.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing they usually do is have a playable Peach,
Right.
which
right.
works fine.
So
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I was
imagining-
bringing
I'm-
up earlier with the
I'm
playable, playable female characters in Zelda, because there are plenty of combative ones. So just pick one of those, make a game.
For the female Mario, instead of having like a high pitched voice, would she have like a really deep low voice?
it would be the inversion.
It's a me, Maria.
It's me, Ma.
You want
same
some
voice.
meatballs?
It's the same voice actor, but he does his voice for the voice he did for the dragon in Skyrim.
Apart from that,
Message coming in.
apart from
Yeah,
that, I mean.
exactly.
Patching it through.
okay, Jake the Surgeon. Link can't be a girl because he isn't one. Gender swapping is lazy. It's. I want to know why they're doing it.
Yes,
That's the
it is
main
lazy.
reason. If there's a particular reason, let's say there's an alternate dimension, or you have to do this for a certain reason. I know there's a level in, is it not Wind Waker, but Breath of the Wild, where you have to dress up as a girl to get into a village or something. So
Yep.
yeah,
He
like
cross dresses.
Right.
Like that's a uniform you have for the rest of the game.
right,
I'm
exactly.
guessing it's for the Garuda Village or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
the only place I could think of where you would have to do that.
Right. So there's a gameplay
Message
reason
coming
for
in.
it, and if they can weave that
Patching it
into the
through.
narrative, I really wouldn't care because it's all about the gameplay anyway. So I'm not like sold either way. Just give me a good game that works with the narrative, and you're fine. So
Yeah.
you-
Zach, you're actually
that's
making me want to
fun.
go play Breath of the Wild now.
oh yeah.
Someone buy me a Switch.
Oh, hey, before we continue, Hawk, I just found this on Twitter. It's from Critical Drinker. Jesus wept. I was so right about Wonder Woman 1984, an absolute chaotic disaster of a film. I can hardly believe it was
Yeah.
made by the same people.
Yeah, I've liked and retweeted it. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
All right.
Oh goodness.
Taker 610. Link can't be female. He never interrupts people. Oh.
But he is quiet. But he is quiet, so he'd be a good female.
Hey.
But is he man enough?
Are you man enough to be a girl?
Yeah.
Jake the Surgeon again. Thank you. If Link can be a girl, then Zelda can be a guy. Yeah, it's pretty much it. You're just swapping genders for whatever reason. We don't know what the purpose is yet.
Yeah.
Joe
Zach, thank
Crazy.
you for those screen caps, by the way.
Oh no, Joe Crazy. And Ganon can be a transsexual vampire. Whoa, that's interesting.
I saw that one.
Yeah, why not?
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Why?
Why not? Are you racist?
Oh well. Also,
I'm
the great fairies in Breath of the Wild kind of look a lot like drag queens.
Oh really? Let's find a
Wow.
picture.
Though they're clearly female.
Yeah.
Oh my god, stop.
They're drag queens.
I don't know if they. I guess I.
They look very draggy. They look draggy.
Yeah, isn't that more to low res graphics and models though to be anything else?
Yeah. It's,
The weird screams is what got me. It was the voices and the strange cries that sounded like a death throw / orgasm. I don't know what the hell is going on.
It's a lot of makeup, but yeah, I guess I know what you're saying there. That's a big fairy.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you can't squish them, unfortunately, like you've always wanted to do to Navi.
Interesting.
Oh wow! Oh, this is from Breath of the Wild. This isn't from.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I
I
was
thought you
talking
were...
about the Breath of the Wild ones. Those look.
Yeah, remember, I'm the pleb who hasn't played it, so.
All right. Tyler Preston, thank you again. Two can play at this game. If the Slayer reincarnates, why couldn't Buffy be a guy?
no.
Would it be
Isn't
called
that
Biff?
Laurie?
Buffy and Biff? I don't know.
Biff.
Masculine Buffy name.
Buff the vampire slayer.
Buffy.
Yeah, that's just what it say. Buff the
Yeah.
Vampire Slayer.
The only great fairies who aren't horrifying abomination ones in Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. It's true.
I like Fran's comment in the chat. Snoo Fiari.
Oh. Anyway, let's listen to this wonderful definition of a single character as opposed to
They don't have a relationship with anyone.
As opposed to an honorific character, which he didn't even use. Fuck it.
He'll explain.
I want to hear this. I want to hear.
I think he means
personality
spiritual
and is
success.
always rescuing the same princess. But the Zelda series is different. As iconic as Link's green tunic is, there's a different iteration of him in every game. Link is less the name of a specific person and more like a title.
No.
It's an actual name.
It's actually his name.
It doesn't
There's
matter
actually,
that
by the
you
way-
named your save file Smooth McPoopins, alright? Nobody cares. His name is Link.
No, his name is
Smith,
Cockballs.
it's time for you to save Hyrule. Again, Spleef. Why can't you save Hyrule? Save Princess Spleef? Like, no. His name is Link. Every time.
But
According to the Zelda-
it's not an honorific character. He's literally mean a spiritual
It even...
successor.
Oh my fucking god. Link is the name shared by the main protagonists of the Legend of Zelda series. There are many incarnations of Link, each possessing the spirit of the hero.
With some of them being blood related as well, because they're direct descendants.
Well, see, that's why they're not single characters, because he got, a bit of action in between games.
Yeah. He and Zelda...
But you wish.
Was that ever
Also-
implied?
also-
He just waits
Was
for
that
the
ever
line.
implied?
Like I say
Well,
you again.
That Link
I
and
remember-
Zelda fucked? Yeah.
I remember Link 2, the side-scrolling game, that at the end the curtains fall right up to their knees, and you see Zelda come right up close to Link at the end, and it fades to black. So they did kiss, at least that much, or embrace.
Yeah. I think the idea that Link and Zelda don't get with each other comes from the cartoon.
Oh dear.
That really
Where Link is more of a
crappy one. Yeah.
where Link is like kind of a selfish rogue, and then Zelda is the typical TV heroine who rolls her eyes at all his antics. Yeah.
That was so
Oh,
annoying.
what's
Yeah,
Yes. So I think
it was
that's
such a
where a lot of
weird
people.
I don't
The
think
idea
the
of what
series
Link
ever
is.
came over here.
Oh, you're lucky.
I don't remember ever seeing it as a kid. I only found out about it like 4 years
I
ago.
think I might actually go grab my Wii U and just plug it into the monitor or whatever.
Okay, so the only thing you have to
Message
know
coming in.
is this one line he says
That should've
every
thrown-
Oh, I know
single
about
show.
it. I know about it.
Oh, you know the line?
Excuse me.
Who's me, princess?
Every single, multiple times, in fact.
Yeah, in the same
Sounds-
sentence.
Yeah.
I'm glad I only watched a couple episodes of it. I'm kind of glad I didn't go back and think I had nostalgia goggles and be like, maybe this was actually a good series.
How would you ever think it was a good series to start with?
I was like 12 when I first started seeing it, so leave me
Wow,
alone.
what? You were 12. What, were you involved in some sort of horrific car accident at the age of 11 to think
Yes.
it was a good series?
Yes, it was.
He was drunk driving at 11 and then crashed his car.
I was a hard drinking 12-year-old.
This Link series is good.
Well, at least it's not
afraid
as bad
For days,
as
you're the only opposite.
at least it's not as bad as the CDI Zelda game. So that's another story entirely.
Oh dear, yeah.
So, listen, you guys, he just contradicted himself in the span of like 3 seconds. Nobody's talking about
Yeah.
it.
No,
yeah,
we
know.
we're gonna get to
we
it.
know. Yeah, we know about it.
We
We
expected
saw it.
it.
We saw it. Expected it. I've marked it off on my bingo card. It's fine. Already finished.
All right, let's keep going.
Wikia, Link is simply the name given to the human chosen by the goddess to become the reincarnation of the Triforce of Courage.
Where in that fucking paragraph did it say it, you disingenuous fuck?
This
You're
is
just lying.
Message coming in.
You just showed it. So
That should've
yeah,
thrown.
it is his name.
It's his name. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the name bestowed upon the hero. It's the hero's name.
Isn't the title
Yeah.
the Hero of Hyrule or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just title of quote-unquote hero, and in
Yeah.
every game it's slightly different hero.
Right.
He has
Yeah.
this.
Like Hero of
Okay.
Time, Hero of Hyrule, Hero
Right.
of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hero of Termania, I think, is for the Majora's Mask series.
Terminal.
Hero
Yeah.
for Elden. I mean, sorry, wrong series. Carry on.
Relden?
Shut
Wait,
the fuck
what
up, Hawk.
natural. So the possibility of Link being a
Dragon Age.
girl
Good
actually
God.
fits perfectly with Zelda lore. In fact,
Does
Link
it?
is
No.
purposefully never characterized
coming in.
as overtly manly
That's
or
true.
masculine. I mean, many of his best
Okay,
Well,
so
is he
in
gonna refer
most
to
of his
cosplay-
games, he is characterized as being manly, masculine, or a child,
There
a
are
small
He's talking
boy.
about cosplay. He's talking about cosplay here to back his point.
Nobody.
Hang-
I don't care about cosplay. I don't give a fuck about cosplay, dude. Talk about the
Hang-
games. Also, fuck
in
your
the fir-
face. God,
in the very first game, in the Japanese version, he had an item called the Bible.
Ooh.
the
Really?
Bible.
Yeah, fun fact.
That says the Bible.
So hang on though. So
All right,
he
Maggie
actually
Mayfish.
didn't he actually
Oh,
have didn't he actually have also like female characters kind of like pseudo hitting on him in like Ocarina of Time? Like
In most games.
yeah,
Yes,
well,
yeah.
and Breath of the
well-
Wild, the fairies, the drag fairies that you mentioned earlier, literally just smother him in their tits and shit.
Well, and it's kind of implied that they do something with him when you upgrade to the highest level, because they grab Link and pull him down into the water where they're in. And when he comes out again, he's really exhausted and lies on the floor. So
Are you trying to say that the fairies got really wet?
kinda.
I mean, what do you think their pools are filled with?
Ooh.
oh,
Obviously
God.
not water when they were finished.
Okay.
God. Continue.
All right. Let's
Yeah,
keep,
but. Sorry, Smug.
let's keep going. Taker 610. Mahler could explain that rule in Buffy. It's lore. Okay, but I didn't.
Law means nothing. You have to ignore law. These people do not care about law.
It's just
Law is stupid. Yeah, law is stupid.
Lore is
Plots mean
subjective.
nothing. Yeah,
Lore
law
is
is stupid.
subjective.
Plot means nothing. So
Let me quote
It's
Quentin.
just
It's
stupid
just
lore
fan stuff.
What?
how does it make you feel? Link being a girl.
Makes me feel wet.
Oh.
Makes me want to kill myself.
You should say it properly. It makes me feel moist.
Pretend it's what you want.
Yeah, I love
No.
that one.
I
No.
want lore?
Is that like being held hostage by your own desires or
Yeah.
something?
You were being held hostage by your own
But
desires.
if he's about to say loads of people, obviously back to the video about cosplay, like dress up as females dress up as Link.
There's a good reason, then
and all
no,
that.
I don't care.
And that's like no. Loads of people, and I'll say this. I know you can do both male and females for Hawk in the Dragon Age games, but loads of people dress up as female Hawk. But the default one that's in canon and all that is male.
In KOTOR, they
it
actually
means nothing.
in KOTOR they actually switched back and forth. It was male Revan and then female Exile.
Yeah,
We
I know, but
should,
this is what I mean. It's one of those things where it's a bit like, don't ever use cosplay as a.
There are men who cosplay as Ryoku from Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
I'll send you.
No,
No,
I
I'm
don't.
good.
No,
That's
I'm
fine.
good.
That's fine. You don't need to. Yeah.
I
Don't ever use what.
don't
people
ruin
dress
Kill
up
la Kill
as.
for me, please.
I'll just send an image of the character and the outfit that people men have cosplayed. Not the cosplay.
Philosopher.
Yeah.
No. I think we're good acquaintances. Let's not become enemies.
All right.
I'm not
Keep
going to send you
going.
the cosplay. I just said.
Let's keep going. Joe Crazy. Well, excuse me, princess. Yeah,
Message coming
that's,
in.
That's the famous
Patch it
line.
through.
Oh dear! Don't remind me. Anyhow,
You
Jake
do
the
it
Surgeon.
too well, Smud. You
I
do
know.
it
I
too
hate
well.
it. I hate it. It was
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm not.
even my parents were like, "What the hell are you watching?" I don't want to know anymore. Jake the Surgeon. Here's an idea. Rather than be the intellectual equivalent of a goldfish, make another game about Zelda. This band makes me ashamed of my gender. Aw. Come on, Jake. He's just a guy.
Oh, don't worry. Be ashamed of your gender for other reasons.
Yeah, there you go.
Just bros
Perfectly
being
fine,
dudes,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Bros being...
Think of better reasons to be embarrassed.
Yeah. Mark the Cyborg, thank you, sir. How you doing? Tell me this is an old video. Yes, it's 5 years old, and that PBS game show isn't back. I don't know. Also, Merry Christmas, and thanks for the kind words about my Cyberpunk review. That was an awesome Cyberpunk. Anyone watch a really good Cyberpunk review? Mark did a 30-minute one, I believe, with amazing hardware. He had a 3090 RTX.
Okay.
So
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's on Geeks and Gamers. So go to that YouTube channel and check out the Cyberpunk review.
Gorks and Gormers.
Gorks and Gorkers, yeah. There you go.
Can we watch that instead?
I would like to, but Carlos Maza
People have spoken.
wants
We
to
have
talk
watch this.
about Link. So let's keep going.
I don't want to.
Cosplayers are women.
You know what I like about you, Link? Your
No!
touch.
Excuse me.
Oh my god, we were talking about it and it came true.
Oh, God.
I can't believe they actually used the clip.
Well, and honestly, any episode of any 10 minutes would have gone by, then he would have said it. So there's dozens of those clips.
Holy shit.
I just can't believe that it's like we're prophets or something.
So this guy wants female Link because cosplayers look good or look better than male cosplayers. All right.
Sure.
Interesting argument.
Fine.
This is just this is what I mean. It's like, okay, people dress up as it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ephemera, that's cute, I guess, but that's not relevant to anything that would probably influence a game developer to change the gender of their main character.
People. There's quite a few people who dress up in white robes with white hoods. You don't see them on the front of magazines and video games all the time.
Wait, do you mean the KKK?
Yes.
He meant assassins.
Well,
Assassins.
it
That's what I mean,
exists, so we have
No, he
to
means-
do it in...
He means the Pope.
Oh.
Oh.
Playing the Pope,
Alright.
the Zelda game, would be awesome.
Mark the Cyborg, your Cyberpunk review is on my watch later. So
All
I'll
right.
check that out.
I will too.
I'm actually
I
planning
will as
on
well.
writing a Cyberpunk review myself. So
I was
You have
thinking
to-
about
Out of
writing something up about it as well.
Zach
you'll
has
see it in a
to.
book.
Zach has to do it now. That he tried to show me a glitch, and unfortunately found another glitch while showing me the glitch.
I found 3 more glitches while trying to show you a glitch.
Yeah.
So I haven't found any fun glitches. I just found irritating glitches, like ones where like I can't complete a mission because I'm reading
Oh,
a
I found
document.
some fun ones. I found some fun ones.
I have also found some fun ones, but no irritating ones from them.
No, I found the crappy ones that will prevent me
the
from
best-
actually progressing in the game, and I just gave up.
The
so.
best one. I'll just make it quick. Was Zach wanted to show me the
Message
glitch where
coming
he equipped a gun.
Patching it through.
So he said, I'll just drop it and then re-pick it up. So he dropped the gun and couldn't pick the gun back up again because there was no prompt to do it, and so lost this really good gun. And he's just there going, oh. No.
And then
That's what I would call a frustrating glitch.
Then he got hit by a car, killed the driver, and the exact copy of the driver got out of the driver's seat and ran away.
I remember I can't actually drive in video games. The first thing I did when I got in a car was accidentally hit a police barricade and get chased by the police and nearly die.
Well, here's another line by Link. Another famous line because all he wants from Zelda is to kiss her. So, oh boy, smoochy time. Yeah. So.
Wow, what a pervert.
Oh wow.
Yes, I'm kind of like a
This is why-
creeper in this, honestly.
Yeah.
You have to wonder what the thoughts of the writers of that show were when they decided to design Link and write him that way.
What decade did this come out?
The early
90s, wasn't it?
90s, yeah.
What 90s was it?
Yeah. I think that was also around the same time of Captain N the Game Master, where they had like caricature versions of NES characters. So like Simon Belmont and Mega Man and Kid Icarus. It was just, oh my God. It was.
Oh yeah.
That was. If you don't know who Captain N is, look at the movie Bob. And he dressed up as him one Halloween or one convention ago, back in his heyday. Anyway, bad idea. Just go back to the video. It's probably less painful.
Wow. Thanks, Smud, for that.
Yeah, I
image.
know. I know it's horrific, but I lived through that time period too. So
The Zeldaverse are all about the ladies. 3 golden goddesses created both the entire universe and the Triforce pieces. In ancient times, they entrusted
That's why
the
it fucked
protection
up
of the
so much.
Triforce to the goddess Hylia, who later chose to become reborn as the mortal Zelda. In fact, anytime masculine characters appear in these origin stories, they're villains, trying
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Wait, is he saying that all the masculine characters are villains?
Oh my
What?
god.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm rolling that back.
What about the King of Hyrule?
Hold on.
What about
hold on.
Link?
In fact, anytime masculine characters appear in these origin stories,
I'm avoiding
they're
Link
villains.
because he's the.
No, you are wrong. You are categorically wrong. Holy fuck, dude.
I think
Right.
we broke Zach.
So yeah, males are bad.
masculine isn't a fucking villain trait, dude.
No, he's saying that all of them are villains in the origin.
Which is
story.
also not true.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's true. I want his falsehoods to be said truthfully to people so we can understand how false he is.
No, it's better to spin the truth, just like our favorite media sources and our favorite, YouTube video.
Yeah.
So there are quite a few male characters in the Zelda games. I don't know if they're all from Legend. I don't know if they're all from like reoccurring characters, but it's mostly Link. There's like Wolf Link. You have like Tingle. You have Tail. You have Flare Dancers. There's Ganondorf, of course. He's a bad guy. Zant, Vio, Vati, Volvagia.
There's a whole group of resistance fighters that are male in Twilight Princess. They're definitely not evil.
Twilight Princess was pretty cool that way. Yeah. Mark, Mido, Mike, Morpha. Yeah, there's all kinds of these guys. So they're not all bad.
Yeah.
And again, just King Hyrule, the guy who is your boat, the big good of the entire universe in Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex Halo, he is already a trap in Breath of the Wild. That's better? What?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I mean, you like what you like, sir. You go right ahead. Keep replaying that part.
Trying to destroy the world, like Demise, the Demon King, or later the incarnation of his hatred known as Ganon. Now, to be one...
Okay, Ganon is his natural form.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's his true form.
100% crystal clear. I am
I thought he
not
was
saying that
Demise,
these
though,
characters are
from,
evil
Skyward
because
Sword.
they're male.
Okay, there we go. You fixed it up there. All right. So he's not saying they're evil because they're male. There we go.
No, he's just implying it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only to talking about gender in the Zeldaverse, femininity is usually associated with the virtuous and the good. Even most of Link's
Yes.
sidekicks are female. Navi, Fi, Midna, Epona. We're already most of the way there in terms of making Link a...
Wait, so he just equated
No.
Fi, Navi, and Midna to Epona.
A horse, a fairy.
The horse is the most virtuous character in the series.
Different
then-
species. Yeah.
I just want to clarify so everybody follows. He says femininity good. See, Link has female sidekicks like Fi, Navi, Midna, and a horse.
See, Link-
I just love this
All
idea
right.
of the horse being the big good.
No,
yeah,
everyone,
but the best thing
everyone-
about it is he's already
Worship the
got
holy
Alright.
horse.
female companions, horse. See, Link should be a female.
Wow.
Why?
everyone
Yeah.
loves the horse, right?
Horse. He's like he's just there pointing
I'm
at
on
the
a-
horse, and you're like,
I'm on a horse.
Everyone loves Epona.
So
Message
Link should
coming
be a
in.
female because females are good.
Patching it through.
Link's horse is female, therefore Link female.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
It's all very simple. I don't
Horse.
understand why you're having such a hard time with this, Zach.
Maybe if you guys weren't racist, you would understand this.
I'm just imagining him just stood in a field, surrounded by people, just going, horse, Link female, horse. It's like, I don't know, why did you bring us out here?
Horse.
Horse! What sort of argument is that? Whatever, I don't
That's got to go into the best hits right there.
Here is Jake the Surgeon. Thanks again, sir. Ganondorf was the only man in his tribe. He turned out to be the reincarnated Demise. Woman equals problem.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't think I've
Women-
raged on
women
this
always
Smudcast before today.
Really?
What,
I don't think I've
really?
raged on this Smudcast before today.
Well, his logic
Really?
is just very, very difficult to grasp.
I
That's
rage
the
all the
problem.
time on this podcast.
Yeah. Oh,
You
boy.
haven't-
Get
you
his
haven't-
name out of your
you-
mouth.
you-
I agree, Dr. Chrisman.
You haven't got to the annoyance of having to mute yourself in a rage.
Oh dear. Alex Halo, wrong. Navi is evil. No, I won't listen. Okay, well. She's pretty annoying. Yeah, that's true.
Hey, listen.
That was actually a really good impression. That's a little disturbing. Okay, stop it.
That's without the soundboard, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's the weird thing about
That wasn't the soundboard. That was all natural.
Oh, you actually have a soundboard?
I have a soundboard, but that wasn't the soundboard.
No, don't play it. Don't ask. No.
There's a
I need
time
to
and
talk to
place.
you later about your Zach. I need to talk to you later about your
Zach's
soundboard.
an expert on the soundboard. He knows exactly when to play, when those sounds need to come up. So don't ask. He knows when. It's okay.
Yeah.
Even his
If you
most
enjoy ear
obviously
rape,
male
Zach's your
helper,
guy.
Thank you, Zach.
Sheik turns out to be Zelda in disguise. And remember how that reveal moment with Sheik blew your mind? Well, what I'm proposing could do that in a very similar way. It fundamentally changed the way you thought about Zelda and what she was capable of. And I think our hero of time
Wait,
deserves a moment
not
like
really?
that too.
Did it fundamentally change
Oh,
the
no.
way I think about Zelda?
I mean, I
was
thought it
like,
was
"Hey,
a
that's neat.
I mean, I thought
I'm
it was
gonna be
kind
honest
of a
with you.
bold
I already
twist.
thought Zelda was a badass before this moment.
Ocarina of Time was actually my first foray into the Zelda series, so
Oh wow, great game.
I
Link's
had
Awakening.
never, I never experienced with Zelda before, so I was like, oh, is this normal in the games?
Yeah, no, that was the first time they showed Sheik as a character in the reveal.
Mm-hmm.
But even back in NES, Legend of Zelda, straightforward adventure game, puzzles, mazes. That was the basis. There was really no need to characterize the old man, Link and Zelda. It was just straightforward adventure, which is great. Which is why it's so pure and memorable. Because you don't need all that extra characterization, which is nothing wrong with it. It's just that as technology got better, they wanted to focus on more gameplay options and platforming than more dialogue, even though they do have dialogue, and it's always that cutesy little non-cutscene dialogue. It's just like, here's a sound like when you talk to a villager or something like that. Yeah.
You know, it's actually interesting. You talked about the whole other M thing earlier with Samus and everything. I remember apparently her getting a voice and everything like that was actually a bit of a controversy. People weren't really a fan of it.
The problem,
at least they weren't a fan of the particular voice they went with.
Well, the story itself was the problem. I don't really care about the quality of the voice actors. The problem before that, or the good thing about it before, was that Metroid Prime came out, and that really redid the entire Metroid experience, because you had this wonderful option called the scanner, and everything was something to scan. If you wanted to get a power up, you had to scan it. If you want to learn about the world, you scan it, and you get this giant codex of information. And it was such a great way, from a first-person perspective, on the controls of the GameCube, I believe. So it just worked so well as a game mechanic and as a narrative device, without having voices, without having all this extra crap. And I love those games in design. In gameplay, they were great as well. They had the Metroidvania concept where you get a power-up, which Metroid is one who started that, let's be honest. And it just worked so amazingly well, and they made 3 games out of them. They didn't even have to make the last 2. The first one was perfect, but, such great game design.
Message coming in.
Might actually go play them.
Patching it through.
Oh, the GameCube was a fantastic machine. One of the best.
Yeah. Really good.
All right.
Look, we're getting a bunch of game recommendations out of this video about why.
Yeah. Tim 505. Thank you, sir. Do you think a Zelda movie could work? Of course. It would be very awkward, though. The problem is because the narrative is so specific that as soon as you touch it, like when we saw with the cartoon in the 90s, as soon as you touch it, it's like, that's not Zelda, that's not Link. This is some weird Western version of that, or even the CDI animation. That's like some weird fantasy aspect. They try to make it more American. It has to be very Japanese. It has to be very magical and whimsical, and it has to be a spectacle. It can't just be narrative. You can't or dialogue. It has to be very carefully done. So you have to call in the original designers. Call in. I can't remember the other guy's name because Shigeru Miyamoto is the big dude. But there was two guys.
Eiji Aonuma.
There you go. Thank you. The two guys who made the original Zelda. Call them in. Say, okay, how do we make this a movie? Because they would know exactly what to do. They might even say, no, you can't. So.
No.
No,
Yeah,
don't touch my toy.
It's a game. It's literally a game. It's a puzzle game. So it's kind of hard
I was
to.
gonna say,
Yeah,
it's probably not a format that would fit well with a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see the attempt, though.
I mean, Assassin's Creed, that would make a great movie, wouldn't it?
You'd think.
Don't remind me.
You'd
Please.
think.
You-
Prince of Persia
yeah,
should be a good movie.
Stop.
The purity
Resident
of Nintendo is so
Super
straightforward.
Mario.
I never was
Shut-
attached to Resident Evil, so I don't really care about that.
Shut up, Zach.
Don't tell me what to do, Hawk. You're dumb.
Yes, but I'm still going to try and tell you what to do.
All right.
Well, I agree with Hog. Please stop. It's just giving me, it's making me sad.
Hey, we've got Monster Hunter to look forward to.
I thought it was already out, isn't it?
Oh.
And there's the
I don't
symbol.
Yeah, I don't care. To be honest with the game, movie adaptations, it's whatever.
It's
Well, I mostly watch them because I find them funny.
I mostly watch them because Netflix and chill usually just turns out into watching movies.
So the last Resident Evil movie that I watched was fucking Extinction. It was the one in the desert, and it was really bad. And then they made 3 more after that, and I went, wow.
That's the problem with having.
Yeah.
Just
a-
when you think they could have done worse, they did. They outdid
I
themselves.
could not believe they
Message
made
coming
3
in.
more.
Patching it through.
Well, when you have a series based off 70s horror movies, and the dialogue is even worse than the original incarnation of Resident Evil, probably not a very good translation you're going to get. So, it's hard to gauge these things as you adapt them because there's not much to adapt. You have to invent stuff. So,
That's where the translation from Legend of Zelda is going to have problems to a movie.
right,
because
but
there's
think
not
of it.
much there.
Think of it like Legend or other 80s not cartoony, but whimsical movies that are focused on one thing, like being
Yes.
a hero or saving the day. If they just focus on that one element and everything around you is magical and whimsical, it could totally work. So
Yeah.
all this
If they do make a Legend of
crap
Zelda
with
movie, he's gonna be
technology and CGI that Resident Evil is known for is what they should not have done, unfortunately.
And bring in Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime to play Link.
Go back in time. Go get him.
Just do not hire what's his name, Uwe Boll. Just don't even.
Oh no! Oh
No.
god!
Yeah.
Oh god!
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Zach! Oh, you don't know who? Wow. Okay. I am
He's
much
Say his
German.
name one more time. Maybe I'll fucking recognize it.
Well, he's German, so I can't
You
like.
bowl.
Yeah,
Uwe
No.
Boll.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
he's the schlock.
He's done loads of. He did the Postal movie, House of the Dead. What else? Which other ones did he do?
Blood Rain.
He's done loads of video game movies, and they're all shockingly bad.
Yeah, Far
He's
Cry.
like king of camp,
Blood Rain.
really, right? I mean, that's
Oh, he's done a lot of German movies.
Yeah. God, you're already starting off bad if it's a German movie.
There's plenty of bad B movies in every country. Italy has
my
them. They're all.
but
Message coming in.
I just saw he made a film about Auschwitz.
Wow.
wow, Jesus. Oh God, I don't even want to think about that movie if he's made one of those. Oh God. Oh, they'll have somebody like doing a double backflip super somersault kick to Adolf Hitler's face.
All right, here's Joe Crazy. The Mortal Kombat movie was okay. I agree. I enjoyed it when I was a kid. It was good.
It's fun.
anyone remember the really weird Mario movie?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
It was goofy as
Yes,
hell.
I still have nightmares about it. Yes.
I was so confused by it. I was like, "Where's the colorful castles and stuff?" As a kid, this makes no sense.
Yeah, it was weird as hell.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Here's Nathan Brake. Thank you, sir. The Zelda mangas of the game are good. I read one of them. Currently, Twilight Princess is getting the manga treatment, but Ocarina of Time, Majora's Masks, and I don't know what ALTP is.
A Link to the Past.
A Link to the Past. Thank you. And Four
Yeah.
Swords Adventure have a complete manga series. I do remember seeing the artwork for Four Swords Adventure in a manga. It was hilarious. It was cute. I was like, "What's going on? I don't understand." So I never read it, but I saw the cover. Oh boy. Anyway,
My only thing, obviously, about the Super Mario movie is now that Bob Hoskins has died, we can never have a true sequel to it.
oh dear.
Because Bob Hoskins is Mario. I mean, come on.
Well,
Oh, thanks for the shout out, Matthews.
well, okay. Here's Taker 610. Both Link and Breath of the Wild and Cloud from Final Fantasy VII have had to cross-dress to move the plot forward. Good point. I'm guessing these types are not content with just that. They want more.
Another thing they have in common is a large amount of anime grunts.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Grunting? That's a big thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these are specific scenes in specific parts of the
Message coming
story. They're not major
Patching it through.
themes. They're not major parts. It's just one scene in each of these stories. And
Yeah.
this is the way that game designers get creative. Say, what can we do with our characters? What can we do visually?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to make a dress. You have to go find the components, to put it on, get the makeup going, get the wig going, etc. And if it's part of gameplay, why not? Make it fun.
Yeah.
So
What I want to know is why these people want so badly
To ruin your
To-
childhood.
to not even just ruin the childhood, but to emasculate these characters that are beloved, and they just want to change it to fit something that makes
Yes.
them
Yes.
happy. It's like,
Yes.
why are you touching my thing? Don't touch my thing. Don't
Yes.
don't touch my Link.
that is
Let them do Link stuff.
that is a straightforward argument for any inclusion from SJWs saying, "Oh, you like this thing? Well, why can't it be more like the way I want it?" When
Why does it need to be like
the common response is, "It's not for you. You do not have a creative input, nor should you."
Well, I think the main reason why they do this is because they know that anything they create, because they're utterly unimaginative, blank slates of people who don't have any personalities. They know that anything they create will never be as successful as the things that have come before. So what they're just after is
Well, that's
we'll
just because
take
of the patriarchy.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. So that's all it is. All it is these people have no imagination, no creativity in their blood or anything to actually do it. They just want to just take the name because they think that's the only thing that makes these things successful. They can't understand the workings and the inner workings of stuff. They just think, bloke must be successful. Let's make it a woman. That'll be successful. But let's make it exactly like us. No.
Well, you could also argue they take all the popular stuff because they know it's popular and they think, that's how we can more easily
Yeah, because
people
that-
on
yeah,
What
side.
pisses me off is that as soon as they take this thing, as soon as they take Link, turn him into a girl, of course there's going to be outrage. And by the way, it's probably going to be shit.
You thrive on outrage.
It's probably going to be shit. By the way, it's probably going to have a shit story, and you're going to hear the soundtrack. I'm a woman, like playing throughout the entire fucking game every time he does something feminine. And there's going to be outrage. People are going to be like, Jesus Christ, this fucking sucks. And all the SJWs are going to do is, Joe, you're just mad because white man.
Yeah, but that's all
And
they
just
want.
completely reduce you.
I think
Completely reduce
That's
you.
that's all they want, because all they want to do is argue.
I think
They argue all the time. They just live for arguments. This is why you shouldn't argue with them. They just live for arguments.
I think the creativity of
They
the
don't,
Japanese
they don't care.
and the design that they go for an idea is pretty already sensitive enough that they don't need other ideas to come in. And I see that with manga artists. I see that with anime. They do whatever the hell they want, and no one tells them what to do next, unless we're talking about something like taking a property like Sailor Moon, and then when you bring it over to the West, there's the censors, there's the not the children's board, but there's the ethics committee, so it has to put those PSA things at the end to have some sort of teaching message. Oh, you should be nice to your elders or whatever. Like they always do that. So it's not the original creators that are the problem. It's the people from alternate cultures, alternate countries who take that content and say, oh, well, we're going to buy the license. We're going to do this with it. Hopefully that will never happen where you'll have like an American company purchasing the rights to liquidated Nintendo and make their own weird version of Zelda.
In terms of manga, there are manga publishing houses just like there are literature publishing houses that actually do have their own like marketing agenda, and they do have to change things based on the editor's demands and needs.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Fuck the editors. How about that? Fuck the editors. Fuck them.
I remember.
Well, then they're not going to get published, and they're not going to get paid. So
I remember.
Can't say that.
No. There's one manga I recall. It was called Ichigo 100%. It was a story about a guy who wanted to get into filmmaking, and he met this girl who was a writer, a ghostwriter, because she didn't want to reveal herself as this very famous author. And what ended up happening is the audience chose it was a romance story, who the guy ends up with. And the author then had to change the story to accommodate the ending. Now, the thing is, because in most of these stories, all the girls love the guy, right? So there's always a reason for the girls to love the guy, and it's usually justified. It's not just some stupid romance. Oh, I love you, you're amazing. No, they build it up. So it could have been any of the three girls. It makes sense. So all she has to do is appeal to the most popular one, and she just focused on that story. So, and they would vote at the end of each story or each episode who was your most popular, and they just tallied all the votes at the end. So you can get away with it, and provided a writer knows how to do it. So there are actually, what is that? There's so many mangas out there. I think there's 2 of them that do this now. They have an ending per harem story. So if there's like 5 girls in one of these mangas,
visual novels do that typically.
Really?
Yeah. So visual novels.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Are based off of choose your route, basically.
Exactly. There you go. That's exactly the same thing. So, I was thinking of like actual long form novels without the pictures. I'm like, wait a second. Does they do that really?
Well, there have been experimental films made that way where they had like voting stuff in the cinema, but it turned out people didn't like it. So
I know.
Actually,
Netflix
awesome. Started to do that with some of their animated series for some of their.
What I'm talking about is like literally you are in the cinema, have a thing you can type yes and no.
I saw one of those. Those are amazing.
Yeah. There's a great book about stuff like that called The Art of Immersion. That has a lot of great stuff in there, but like marketing campaigns, films, and everything, where to try to make the films or marketing more immersive. And some really cool stories in there.
Yeah, there was a part called, was it Netflix Interactive, where they had a few of those stories.
Message coming
where they changed.
Patching it through.
It was a horror story. I can't remember what it was called though. One of them.
They did the only Netflix interactive I was familiar with was Carmen Sandiego. They did one like that as well, where it was like you would progress the story, you would make a choice, and then it would play another set of animation, and then again you progress and you make another choice.
Okay, the one that I recall was actually based off like this 80s video game company, and it was a choose your own adventure video game. And
that's cool.
Yeah, it was a horror game. I can't remember what it was called.
The concept sounds cool.
Bandersnatch. There we go.
Oh yeah. I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Joe Crazy. Didn't Viz redub Sailor Moon and made it much more accurate to the original? There's been a bunch of redubs. I don't know if they included the Malachite arc or they stopped after Sailor S because that's when they had the homosexual couple. So that was late 90s.
Message coming in.
Sorry,
I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, I don't remember this was like late 90s. I don't remember if it was redone. All
Yeah,
right.
for a long time I wasn't even aware of stuff like that because usually the translations in German were actually quite good.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Later tears. Favorite Zelda game? Mine is Wand of Gamelon. Really? I hate you.
Heretic.
Yeah, that's disgusting. If you guys don't know what Wand of Gamelon is, that's where like horrific animation.
CDI one.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
dear.
My favorites. I really like the original A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. I just like that format.
But- Personally, I adore Minish Cap. I love that one. And I actually also really like Breath of the Wild.
I was torn between Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Probably Twilight Princess because I really like the high fantasy feel, and I like the mini games and all the cool, fun little areas you can explore. And I actually kind of like the whole doing the wolf link thing and being able to jump and attack, having like the two ways to explore areas. You know, human form and then wolf form.
Yeah.
I thought that was a clever game mechanic, a way to like maximize like the actual game area and then add like a whole different spin, and like it definitely increased like the like potential for puzzles and challenges. I just wish that it would apply to the dungeons as well, because then it would even probably add more of a puzzle solving feel to it.
It was a great spin on a game for this. Pretty much the same classic Zelda experience. Just you turn into a wolf, and there's all these other rules with the Nightmare Realm, or sorry, the Twilight Realm. Oh, beautiful game.
Yeah,
I have returned.
That's the
Hey,
that's the beauty of the Zelda series, right? Is it's the same basic story, but it's different takes and different ways to change up the gameplay, and
Yeah.
there's usually like a new kind of like a gimmick every game.
Minish Cap was kind of cute in that way too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the name again? The more recent 3DS one where you can turn into a painting on the wall.
Oh.
That one was really cool as well.
I need to.
Oh,
I wish I
Skyward
had a
Sword.
3DS just so I could play that.
No.
one.
Phantom Hourglass.
No, not that one.
No, it's definitely not that one.
I'll look it up.
Legend. Zelda 3DS.
Oh, A Link Between Worlds.
Exactly.
Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Right.
Yeah, that's
Link
the one where
Between
you
Worlds,
go
yeah.
between the light and the
A
dark.
Link Between Worlds, yes, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that
I
one.
just
That
kept
was,
on thinking of A Link to the Past, which is objectively.
No,
the
it
greatest Zelda
is
game.
kind of like that. Whatever.
yeah. So the link between two worlds is like it's a one, and yeah, you basically shift between like the light and the shadow realm.
Mm-hmm. Go into the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Yeah.
I'll send all of you the shadow realm.
Oh, the Link's Awakening remake is also pretty great.
Ooh.
Is it? I'll have to
Yeah.
check it out.
On the Switch.
All the great
Oh,
games.
it's actually on the Switch.
gorgeous. Yeah, the remake is on the Switch. It's absolutely gorgeous. So cute.
Yeah,
Zach, if
but
you don't wanna-
major problem is
Oh,
Is
Link's
Link a
Awakening
girl
for
in this
Switch.
game?
So Link's Awakening, fun fact about me, is the first game I've ever played.
Remake
And,
is extremely faithful.
I'll have to $60. Fuck you. All right, fine.
Let's keep going, guys. All right. Nathan Brake, thank you, sir. Hyrule Warriors made a separate character called Linkel. Yes, we mentioned that. She thinks she is the hero incarnated, but is not because Link already exists. Yeah, that was a perfectly good solution to wanting a female-looking Link, and she's pretty much a female-looking Link. She has a crossbow, I think, or whatever, but it's an action game, so it's a little different style of game. But yeah, it's totally acceptable. There's nothing wrong with it. Just make a new character. Nathan Brake, don't remind me. Oh yeah, the quintessential quintuplets. Yeah, that was. Oh boy, Miku deserved to win. No Genki girl who barely got developed. Oh, don't. Let's not get into that. That's a whole other conversation. Who is best girl and why and how and. Oh dear, yeah.
Shipping video again, yay!
Well, it's not really a shipping video because the whole point of the story is for him to eventually hook up with someone. And it's like, okay, well, this is where you guess, and a lot of people got it wrong because no one was expecting this one girl. Anyway.
Oh,
It was
right.
the short-haired chick, right? It was like
The one with the
kinda
bow.
like
The one with the bow
Okay.
on her head. Yeah. Anyway.
Because let's be real here, it's 2015. Moments like female Thor and Black Spider-Man show us how the fiction.
Female Thor
Wait.
was shit.
Oh,
Black Spider-Man is good.
It's my favorite argument.
wait,
Hey,
wait.
2016.
Hang on. Female Thor? What is he talking
Yes.
about?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Jane Foster gets
Uh-huh.
Mjolnir.
Why? What happened to Thor?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Thor says, Mjolnir has never flown for me like it did for you. Truly, you are the true owner.
Oh, God. Okay,
I'm not
never.
kidding.
Let's just
Thankfully,
move on.
Berserker, Punished Berserker, he corrected me last night. They walked that back as hard as you can walk something back. Now, not only is Thor the All-Father, but he also has the power of Galactus. And he has Mjolnir back. And he got Mjolnir upgraded.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What?
But
Female Thor is now like, yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Don't talk about it, yeah.
I already hate normal Marvel Thor.
Well, Marvel's Cinematic Universe took his PTSD from failing to stop Thanos and just turned it into a joke again.
Oh,
So
oh,
that's
my
really
hate,
cool.
my hatred,
Yeah,
my hatred of it is mostly very rational because I'm a massive fan of Norse mythology and read a shit ton of it, and I kind of hate what Marvel does with it.
Oh yeah. Well, Thor's
the
fat.
comics do it
He's
better?
fat. Didn't that make you laugh? He looks like the Big Lebowski. That didn't make you laugh?
No,
No.
His PTSD being an entire joke and him having panic attacks, that wasn't funny to you?
no,
No.
Why not?
Because I have
That's
no
just
soul.
your toxic
Message
masculinity.
coming in.
well, I
Yeah,
guess so.
I'll remember that next time I go for a panic attack
Yeah,
due to my PTSD.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just stop laughing.
Laugh it off.
Message coming in.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
pretend it's what you
just
want.
laugh. Yeah. How does it make you feel as I'm there gasping?
It makes me feel like shit. As a soldier, I've seen people with PTSD. Like, it's not a fucking joke.
Yes, it isn't. Yes, it isn't.
No, I've also had brushes with it. It's not fun.
No.
All right. So let's
And
keep
no,
going.
we're not talking about SJW PTSD, which is just panicking over absolutely fucking
You
anything.
use my wrong
a phone.
pronouns.
Like a phone call or something.
Here-
You need proper PTSD.
Here's Taker 610. I want remakes of all portable Zeldas in LA style. What is LA style?
I'll search your picture.
If you think Lady Thor is bad, remember Ironheart? Nobody remembers Ironheart.
Is he talking about like Eleanor style, like that kind of thing, like film?
Oh, Link's Awakening.
Oh, it's Awakening.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It looks pretty cute just from what I'm looking at right now. I still have the page up.
So
Yeah,
they
it
just
looks
make
really
everything
cute.
3D and
Oh, is that a Switch game? Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's everybody's a little chibi. It's really super cute.
that could work.
Link, he's got a little tunic.
But now I really want
Yeah, a
a
little sword.
side-scrolling like Castlevania Zelda. Zelda 2.
A female.
I'm
Link, though.
I'm still waiting for Legend of Zelda Halo Duty.
What?
I would say that unironically probably enjoy it.
Legend of Zelda Halo Duty, where you just
Where Link is the Master Chief. Yeah,
chief, yeah.
with the Master Sword and he fights the Russians.
So, yeah.
He
Okay.
rides on the pillar. He'll rise around the Pillar of Autumn to fight the Covenant and
Yeah.
Kaliningrad. And
Yeah,
then Ganon
the Master Sword just
in the army.
shoots other swords at people.
He holds it like a gun.
Anyway,
What? Hella just shooting swords out of her
Yeah.
hands.
I
with a
want
good
the
metaphor.
Zelda game in 40k style.
40K style. Oh my god.
Okay, well, I want to keep
Link.
going with the video before I hurt myself.
The
Yeah,
Master
hang
Sword
on,
is a
hold on.
chainsaw that you can rev up.
Gears of Zelda. Yeah, Gears of Zelda, Halo Duty. That's
Yes.
what the kids want.
I'd be okay with it.
Oh dear. Let's just keep going before I hurt myself.
If they make it fun, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going. Shut up.
Fictional universes
Sorry.
we know and love can benefit from a new kind of perspective. According to media scholar Henry Jenkins, our popular media is moving away
I don't know
from
who
a
this- I
focus
don't know who
on
this scholar is.
continuity and instead gravitating towards multiplicity.
Okay,
What?
so I need to
What-
roll that
what's
back
a-
because I need to
then-
understand what he just said.
Yeah.
What is
So-
multiplicity?
On
Because
continuity and instead gravitating towards multiplicity.
Okay, focusing less on continuity and focusing more on multiplicity. So I don't know what the fuck multiplicity means. Multiplicity.
let's play it and see if he actually defines it. I'm curious.
Hold on, Zach's looking up on Google.
Multiplicity. Oh, apparently there's a movie called Multiplicity.
Multiplicity is
Yeah,
also
there is a- yeah.
something has multiplicity
It-
if it's meant. I
A
know
mul-
what
a
it's
multiple.
but I'm guessing that's not what we're talking about. What I'm guessing
Yeah,
he
but
is that it means
the quality or state of being multiple or various.
Yeah,
can I,
maybe
can I
it means
just say? Can I just say? You're saying move away from. What was it? What was the C word again?
Continuity.
Continuity. Yeah.
I
Things making sense mean nothing to these people. It is just a smorgasbord of fucking shit. Law means nothing. Continuity means
Message
nothing to
coming
these
in.
people. So
Patching
to answer
through.
the why Buffy can't be a bloke, law means nothing. These people don't care. They don't even care about law within a singular game. If Link was a girl, it'd be all over the place. They don't care.
Well, I've already said earlier that if Link was a girl and Zelda was a guy in Breath of the Wild, literally nothing changes.
I have a question.
Gerudo Village is the one thing that needs a tweak.
I want to know if he clarifies what he means with
Zelda
multiplicity.
could just walk.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm just saying, once you start saying continuity, and it's like we're moving away from that, it just shows that these people just they
Message
don't
coming
care
in.
about things
Oh,
making
yeah.
sense.
Through.
I think
But that's
what
what I mean.
I'm guessing I thought what he meant by multiplicity is these basically advocating that's like this story has like one base game where everything has a common factor and then you move off into what if scenarios and everything.
Well, as I see it, it's kind of the idea of one character having like multiverses, where they're kind of a bit different every time, I think. But I
yeah,
wanna see.
basically that. Yeah, let's continue. I want to see what he actually means.
So, real quick, I just want to say this: a multiverse of like different what-if stories of what if Zelda was a girl, what if Thor was a girl, etc. Multiverse stories like that are fine. I don't really have a problem with those, but that's not what they're doing. They're just straight up stealing the title from men.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Yeah, we know we
Well,
we know. We're just curious what he means by multiplicity because we haven't even gotten to that.
Yeah.
The professor seems very well educated. He's written dozens of books. He knows all about media and consumer
guy?
culture. So he's a very smart fellow. We get it. But let's get to the
He
point.
even wears glasses.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
With no lenses.
Weird glasses, lenses apparently.
Makes you extremely smart.
So he was against Jack Thompson in the early 2000s for the whole video game debate. So he was aware that video games do not cause violence, etc., etc. So he's a very smart guy, and he's done his whole
But
PhD.
no, saying video games don't cause violence isn't being smart. It's just being normal and not insane.
Well, yeah, but he would actually back it up with theories and evidence. He wouldn't just
Mario
say.
makes me want to jump down on people's heads.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, I know what you meant, Spike, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying yeah.
I haven't known. I'm just trying to get through as much information on this guy as quickly as possible. But he seems to know what he's talking about. But even these guys have really quirky ideas sometimes. So let's just see where Carlos is going with this guy.
Jenkins says that multiplicity allows fans to explore alternate perspectives or retellings of their favorite stories. It's the reason we're able to enjoy a variety of different versions of the characters we love the most. Multiplicity is like a fresh pair of eyes, giving us
That is a very weak
Zelda
argument.
games aren't the same story but a different perspective on it.
That is
They are different story, different worlds with a different link.
This is like taking any franchise, anything that you know over the years, like Pizza Hut, which you've the same name brand, and now they're coming out with cheese sticks or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. It's the same thing I want. It still has cheese, but it also has bread, but it's not quite, pizza. So you're willing to buy this product because it's similar. It has a history before you that you've had before, and you're like, great. I'll try it. And it's the same idea. So when Wind Waker came out, I was like, oh, I don't like Wind Waker. That doesn't look like the Zelda I want because it's all cel-shaded artwork or what have you. Ended up being an excellent game. So some people won't even try it as a result of that. But this is just the artist aspect of the game design element of people saying, hey, let's try something different, but we'll use the same Zelda formula. So we're talking about very different things here. We're comparing the Zelda formula to whatever this guy's talking about, which is, whoa, what if Zelda becomes a girl? You're like, that probably wouldn't matter, but you still have to follow the formula. And why would you want it in the first place? That's the main reason.
I just noticed the thing that in this call, a lot of us keep saying, what if Zelda was a girl? When it's in fact we talk about Link being a girl.
Did I say
sorry,
that earlier?
sorry,
Yeah, you said that
throw
too.
myself off a building.
It's just funny because it's...
I think like what Smud's saying, it's fine. Link, I say Link because I'm remembering, can be a girl, but why do you want him to be a girl? And they can never give an answer to why they want it.
Inclusivity.
Well, we know why. We know why they want it.
Fuck your inclusivity. Fuck you.
That reminds me of... That reminds me of the Yoko Taro. Is it Yoko Taro? I think. The director of Nier Automata. When asked why was 2B so sexy, his answer was because I like girls. Or I like women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all you need.
I always love when the philosopher tries to think about what he's going to say. And he says, "Is it this thing?" And I'm just sat there going, "I have no idea, philosopher. I haven't got a clue."
I have my ticks,
Yoko says, you know what I mean, Hawk? No, I haven't got a clue. Carry on.
Anyway, okay. Nathan Brake,
I feel singled out.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry. Nathan Brake, Call of Halo Legend of Gears of War Theft Auto 5. It's an older meme, but checks out. Oh, my.
Yes.
It's an older meme, but it checks out.
Okay. That's a really old meme. Friend Mataraki, hey, how's it going? Yeah, 40K Zelda would be lit. Oh, what? just have your Hyrule Marines get upgraded through Damon Kulaba fairies? What? Damon Kulaba fairies? Is that a thing?
I'm loving the fact that I know barely anything about Legend of Zelda and barely anything about
Warhammer,
yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
You cut it off there, so
That was a point that you were making. I'm back by the damn.
Yes.
Ah, boy. Anyway. I don't know. I think franchises are perfectly fine the way they are, and they could become whatever they want, just not amalgamated with other things. That's kind of silly.
Yeah. God,
The
Total
ability
War, Warhammer.
just stop ruining the shit I like.
What's this on
He's
the
not
screen? What is that? Does anyone know what that
He's
game
actually. He's not ruining it. He's just suggesting to ruin it, and I have no idea what that is on the screen.
is? Yeah.
I have no
his
idea.
suggestion to ruin it pisses me the fuck off.
Well,
revisit a beloved
help
fictional
you
world
there.
and grapple with its core principles, but from a different
Why
angle. So
are
we can
you
fall
showing
in love with it
Batman?
Yeah, so grapple with its core principles, but from a different angle.
Why are you
Fuck
showing
off.
Batman?
Well,
that's exactly what Zelda does anyway.
I have In
Exactly.
what way would changing Link's gender
Yeah,
Again,
that's
change
that's
the
what I said
perspective
earlier.
on the core thing?
Changing Link's gender in Breath of the Wild changes fucking nothing.
Yeah, we'll change
Gerudo
nothing.
Village needs a tweak. We don't let outsiders in here, and you gotta sneak your way in. That's it.
Can I just say one thing? He's shown Batman to show like different perspective. Batman's the same in pretty much all these games.
Oh
As
yeah,
in, he's a
relevant
bloke.
video clips.
He's a bloke in a bat suit.
and then we got the Batwoman series.
Shut up.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Batwoman
I had to
is
watch
yeah, but
Right,
Batwoman
right.
is an established character, so he can't make the argument. Well, what if Bruce Wayne was a woman? You're like, well, why? There's no
Link is an
reason.
established character. So yeah.
There's no reason because we have the thing with Batman. He has a very specific background, and it's already written in stone.
Yes.
And if you were to change him into a female, you'd have to say, well, why would you do that? What would you call him? Would you call him Batwoman? Well, great. What about in this continuity, the other Batwoman does not exist? What then? So there's all these
Is
other
that
problems.
Batman?
Listen. You're talking about continuity. That's all dumb fan shit. You're just held down by your toxic masculinity because you can't handle a female Batman. All right. Maybe if you just open your mind and be a bit more progressive, that I can't do this anymore. I'm just gonna kill myself. Bye.
Okay. I'm now brought
Okay,
down
Zach.
by how amazing this ham is. Holy crap!
I just
And they've played around with
Let's keep
Batman and
going.
Superman and Wolverine and all these other big names. They have what ifs and Elseworlds. They play around with them all the time, but they understand they're off to the side and they're fun little offshoots to see what if.
Yeah.
And that's it. They don't touch what's gold. Why would they change
Oh.
things that are perfect, that have been working for
Yeah.
decades? So
yeah.
same with Zelda.
Now
I mean-
these fucking SJWs just want to put their grubby little fingers on everything. Like in the second we complain about it, like, oh no, yeah, you're fucking up my shit. Like, oh no, that's just your white male privilege. Shut up, idiot.
Because they just want.
And then they
arguments,
just
man.
brush you aside. You
When will
can't
you
say
understand they
anything,
just
otherwise
want- they
you're a
just want
sexist
arguments?
and you're a racist.
Yeah. So what? I'm gonna say it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I am. Carry on.
I just agree with them. I hope to move on.
all over again. Now, you might be asking yourself, why hasn't Nintendo ever even considered a female Link? Well, after Aonuma was approached about it for the
like money.
zillionth time last summer, he said that if having playable female characters in Hyrule Warriors made more girls play the game, he'd consider a female Link. As it stands though, Nintendo won't risk alienating their massive male audience. But would a female Link actually alienate?
Okay, so
Got to put a strange concept that you don't want to alienate the people who actually that basically help write your checks.
Hey,
Strange.
guess
thought.
what? Companies want to make money.
Horrible
That's what
thought.
they're really interested in. Yeah.
Well, it's becoming horribly rare these days.
Yes. So rare that most companies want to be able to make some money
It's
somewhere.
weird that we're like praising Nintendo.
I
It's
just-
like congratulations, you're relying on your base capitalistic instincts.
I just
We're proud of
realized
you.
the pausing we're doing is so good. Like every time we pause it, this guy's face is just
That's what I was saying.
it's just stellar. It's just amazing.
Can we make one of these like an emote for the Discord?
Sure, I could do that.
Them. Or Nintendo just going off an outdated idea of how players relate to video game protagonists. Judging by the
Stop showing cosplay.
outdated
It means
idea.
nothing. Cosplay means nothing. Shut the fuck up.
Outdated idea to how video game players relate to in-game characters. I played Horizon Zero Dawn, where you play as a woman, and her gender means dick. Her gender means nothing in that entire fucking game.
Well, there
Yeah.
are some scene where the guy is hitting on her because she's a pretty lady, but apart from that,
You're hitting on her because she's a warrior lady, kicks ass. But
I
Yeah.
loved Horizon Zero Dawn. I thought
It's a
that
great
game was
game.
fucking fantastic.
actually, I was going to bring that up. That's actually one of the ones that has probably one of the strongest female characters because it doesn't at all emphasize the fact that she's a female. Her gender is irrelevant to her character.
it's
It's
well
about-
written.
Yeah, it's about her.
She's a fucking badass.
It's about her alienation. It's about trying to find her way in the world. It's It's trying about adventure. That is the core of her character. Her gender is irrelevant. That's why at the beginning of this I was like, yeah, if you want to make Link a female, go ahead. It doesn't really matter though. It doesn't change anything. It's not going to enhance the quality. It's just it's ephemera. It doesn't matter.
I want to know, but I want to know why these people want to do it. As in, what drives them to do it?
Because they want to take your fucking toy away. That's it.
There are quite a few games with fantastic female characters, but they just ignore them or call them evil because they're sexy. Yeah, Bayonetta or Xenoblade games have quite a few kick-ass female characters, but it's just like, oh no, they're sexy. Stop it.
Bad.
Zach, you remember the image I showed you earlier today with Morrigan and Sarah?
Yes.
I'm just saying, yeah, God, I can't believe it made, better looking characters in the later Dragon Age games.
Do you have that image still?
Yeah, I should have it somewhere.
Yeah.
I went to our messages, and it's literally just Morgan in that that one outfit.
Oh, that outfit that Bears told me to put her in. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll find it.
Are you
Talk
guys
amongst yourselves.
really looking for Morrigan memes? Is that what you're doing?
No, because we're talking about we'll just talk about how they don't like women, a lot of women characters because they're good looking. These SJW
I didn't find that, but I did find Gina Carano Wonder Woman. So
yeah,
sure
but so we're just talking about how they're making how they dismiss a lot of strong female characters just because they look attractive. So
this just every time I hear that argument about oh no, too sexualized, and then I'll just ask my flatmate about that, and she's like, my goodness, these women are so sexy. I want to play as them.
Yeah, here's a question. Okay, Link becomes a girl, right?
No.
How are they going to design her? Because if they make her what's too sexualized for these people?
Having large breasts.
Ankle.
Having at this point in time, it's having female features because, well.
If they make Link female, I demand at least one hot springs scene.
Oh yeah, the Japanese manga tropes. Here we go.
Yay!
There's the manga, the bathing scene, the Japanese hot spring scene, the vacation scene. Yeah, here we go down the list.
I have seen one word that is actually done incredibly well because it achieves both fan service and incredibly important plot point, and it makes sense that it's brought up in the scene. It makes sense there because it's about a character who's always fully clothed, and the feature of hers is incredibly important plot wise.
Oh,
and so they bring that
by
up.
the way, Zach, I found that image you were looking for.
My god!
What? So
Potato Face McGee versus the Chad Morgan.
Yeah,
Miss Morgan. I'm glad she came back.
But by the way, whoever was asking about female Thor earlier.
Yeah, that was me. Orange.
Yep, there you go. Fuck Thor. Stunning brave.
Well, the only thing I know about female Thor is that in her comics she talks about punching people who are against feminism.
All I know.
In the comics as well. I know she's kind of a psycho in the movies as well, but
she's a psycho in the comics completely. She's an absolute psycho. An absolute psycho.
She sounds like the very opposite of heroic.
Let's put it this way: you could put her in a SS uniform and she would not seem out of place.
Ooh, that's
seriously, yeah.
Well, good thing then that SS uniforms are super stylish.
Mm-hmm. She makes
So
Storm.
I made this stunning and brave picture for yesterday when Bear and I were on my stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zach Reads, by the way. But we made this because we were just pretty much bitching about Batwoman, and then we got somehow sidetracked onto Fat Thor and Female Thor and everything.
Oh dear.
When will you do your next blind playthrough?
Huh?
Have you heard? You can't. The tag blind playthrough has been taken away.
Oh, that's
From
right.
Oh
Twitch.
yeah,
On Twitch.
yeah.
Message coming in.
It was
Why?
ableist.
Patching it through.
It was ableist. No,
Yeah.
not kidding. That was the reasoning. We took it away because it was ableist.
So I'm gonna switch to YouTube, and nope, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
All right,
Oh,
let's
I've
get
seen
back
you.
on the video, folks.
Anyway, we probably
yeah,
should
hold on.
continue.
Hold on. Ah, I've been kicked out of the watch together. I don't know why.
Well,
Yeah, because we don't like you.
all right.
Oh
Here's a
yeah.
donation from Taker610. Thank you, sir. This guy should change his gender and race by the end of the video so we can get another perspective on this topic. If he stays the same gender, then his point is moot. Well, I don't know. He's a bit of a putz already, so whether he's a female
Yeah,
putz or a male
yeah.
putz is not going to change a thing, sadly.
The only thing I
What-
wish him to change is actually and either take off the glasses or put in glass into
Yeah.
the glasses.
Put in some
but-
shades. At least he'll look cool, or try to look cool.
Yeah.
Here is Mr. X. Thank you, sir. Wouldn't it be more reasonable to ask for a game starring Zelda? I'll answer myself. Yes, but they won't because their real intent is destroying a male hero. I don't know. They
That's
have,
what I've been saying this entire time.
yeah, they have
You-
made Princess Peach games where the focus was you play as Princess Peach and she's the protagonist. So the idea behind Zelda is that she's not strong enough. She doesn't have enough power. And you need someone else to go off and do the very difficult task of solving problems and puzzles and what have you. So,
That's why I could see them doing it with Breath of the Wild Zelda, because in the game she actually, while Link was kind of sleeping and recuperating for 100 years, she was fighting off Ganon on her own.
oh, really?
Twilight
Yeah.
Princess, it looks like
She was
actually
literally
does-
holding him back for 100 years.
Yeah,
in TP, it also looks like that she's holding a sword. I assume that she has some sort of martial training. So, I mean,
Oh, and I think I remember the developer, Eiji Aonuma, the main guy behind Zelda stuff, once said that actually the Hyrule Warriors games made him see more appeal to having a female playable character in a Zelda game, because there they have a lot of the Warriors games. They have a lot of female characters that beat the shit out of people.
We're all forgetting the main thing. A horse is female. Link can be female. Come on.
no, we're forgetting the
That's
horse
the-
is virtuous because it's a
Yeah.
female horse.
Horse. Yes.
We should.
Having a male
allow
horse, it'd
female
be villainous.
Stop talking.
All right, let's keep going.
By the critical popularity of leading ladies like FemShep and Lara Croft, it seems like male
FemShep.
players have no problem playing.
Leading
I actually
ladies.
like.
FemShep is not a
I-
leading lady.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't canonically Shepherd male?
Yes. Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I,
but
I
even
don't. I
then-
don't know for sure because BioWare goes back and forth sometimes.
Even then, it doesn't make a difference because you could choose either, and there's no difference on the game as a story. It's just who you get to romance. So it doesn't make
Yeah.
a difference to the story. So
Yeah.
to him to say that is just insulting the people. Like, if you like, obviously Zach is pretty sensitive to this topic because it's one of his favorite games. But like, you don't say that shit. Like, it's not. She's not a leading lady. She's a protagonist. Like male ship. It's Shepherd. We don't care if it's male or female.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's like
you
most
are the-
BioWare games.
the hero
It's
is you.
male or female. Yeah.
He could have chosen
Yeah.
dozens of other ones, by the way. There's all kinds of other games with female leads, so I don't know why he didn't do that. Tomb Raider is one, of course, but no
Tomb
one
Raider
cares.
also is a pretty poor example to bring up for a leading. The new Lara Croft, I like the 2013 reboot, but the sequels, even in the 2013 reboot, the characterization of her was pretty. It was pretty divisive. A lot of people.
They
a lot of people
mostly
were not happy with-
struggled. They mostly struggled with making the gameplay and the story pull the same strings.
Yeah,
With all three games, they kind of struggle with that.
I'm just saying you don't want to bring up. That's not the example you would want to bring up. I guess is my
No,
point.
it's not. It's
Yeah,
really not.
Yeah.
I like it. I enjoy it. That's a subjective thing. Objectively, though, it's got a lot of flaws.
Yeah,
I agree
Well,
100%. I do like the games. I had a lot of fun playing
same.
them, but they're really bad.
One example I always love to bring up is that almost nobody played, sadly, is the Gravity Rush games, 1 and 2. Main
I played
female
them.
character,
I
extremely
played both of them.
feminine, kicks ass, super fun.
Goofy as hell too, and also pretty fun gameplay. I love people flying off into space, but that's because I'm also the guy in GTA. As soon as I get a hold of a car, I just go on a mass spree. So
Yeah,
NPCs,
really
I
fun
go
games,
off
great
playing.
character. I really like the main character of Gravity Rush.
We'll have to talk about Gravity Rush sometime. I've never met anyone who actually has played it besides me.
I would love to. I love the games. I adore them.
I'll have a check of it.
It's a robot shiny.
What do you mean a robot shiny? Fuck off.
Oh, well, that's not nice.
I'm not a nice person. Sorry to bubble.
Yes.
Okay, here's Alex Halo. Thank you,
Nice.
Alex. Fate's Magical Girl series Thor is turned into a card,
Message coming in.
so
Patching
a
it
girl could use his powers. Okay, I know what you're talking about. She's a villain, and Gilgamesh fights a girl who stole his powers. Yeah, so in I can't remember the name of it. The subtitle of the Fate series where there are magical girls, and they play cards.
Fate Iliad.
Sorry, what was it?
It's called Fate Iliad Prisma, something like that, Kaleidoscope. But yeah,
Right. So yeah,
Iliad.
they have these cards. They become the card, and etc. So.
The heart of the cards, huh?
Oh,
So
hope
I
not.
have a
it
question.
all comes back to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, Charlie.
So what has he said so far? Like, what's the insanity been like?
Horse.
Multiplicity.
I want to die.
Horse is
Horse,
virtuous.
so Link must be girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically,
Was I not broadcasting from this mic before?
We can hear
yeah,
you.
you were fine.
Oh,
I hear
fine.
you.
Oh, okay. It's I see.
So one of the main ones was there are mostly virtuous female characters, and the majority of, I guess, important male characters are not virtuous. So therefore, Link should be female so that he can be more virtuous, something like that. And yeah, let's
What's
see
the
what else did
point
we
in
get?
arbitrary? I'm not a big fan of Zelda. Like I just know bits and pieces of it because my ex made me watch it. That was a thing.
Wait.
Wait, she made you watch the cartoon series?
She made me watch the game.
Oh,
and
while she
there was
played it.
Oh,
yeah, there was an imp thing with a mask, and
Oh,
there
Midna.
was
You're
I
talking
think
about
Wolf.
Twilight Princess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she made me watch that.
that makes sense.
Oh, you're talking about Impa for a minute there, not
Midna.
yeah, there-
Midna, yes.
That's it.
Midna. Yeah, the
That
So
goes through
yeah,
puberty
my
at the
knowledge
end.
is very limited, but just arbitrarily changing something like the gender of a character with no creative reason at all.
Well, his reason basically goes down to do it. Why not?
That's not a reason. Why
Yeah, I
not just
know.
shoot myself right now? Why not?
Yeah.
Tell me, why not?
I don't know. Maybe because
Why shouldn't
living is kind of nice.
Why shouldn't I
Customers,
shoot this guy?
customers are really
Oh.
nice too when they like a thing they've been buying for the past 30 years, 40 years.
Yeah. 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 Just saying, do it. Why not? No, don't do it. See, now we're at an impasse.
And if you're saying because like diversity and shit, that's not a creative reason. How does that improve the story just by making it more diverse? Because if you just make Link a woman or black or this, that, and the other, it doesn't
Now-
change the writing of the story, or at least it shouldn't.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just racist. Alright?
Yeah, that's
You're
pretty
you're
much-
you're enjoying your white male privilege.
So, what's the context of Lara Croft? I see here.
Strong
she's a
female
leading
protagonist.
female protagonist along with Femship.
They have been leading ladies in other games. Why not have them in Zelda games?
Yeah.
Yeah. Women exist.
Female characters
So-
exist. Why not
Wait,
have a
what?
female character over here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not? Yeah, women exist. Why not make everyone woman? Because women are 100% of the population.
But I want to say this is the 2015 reboot. Am I correct? Has been a while since I played it.
13, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game. It was a good prequel. It did not work with the sequels they did to the prequels.
I think the middle one was pretty great too, but the last one was.
Lara just did not evolve as a character at all. Like in the original games, she's confident, and now you get to see a younger Lara Croft as she goes on her very first adventure, which means she's inexperienced, she's not confident what she's doing, and then after her first adventures, she's supposed to start progressing into the Lara Croft we know from the original games. She doesn't do that. She's just overwhelmed by every little thing she comes across.
Well, the issue too is there's nothing. There's no. They shoehorned in a reason for her to become the Tomb Raider in the second and third games. It was not connected at all to what the events of the whole island that she was on, and it was just randomly. It's like, hey, I'm in Syria now.
It's an
and I'm
arbitrary
like,
trilogy.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
They invent the trilogy aspect in the second, like the sequel to the prequel,
Yes.
and then they just continue that story into the next one, and it doesn't really connect well as a trilogy or as an arc.
No.
Was it the group that she has to fight? Who are they called?
I did enjoy all of them.
Trinity
playing them.
Trinity. That's it. You know,
Yeah,
I don't think I actually finished the last of the trilogy.
I played the second one. I got pissed off at the ending because it was the whole I'm searching for this thing, and then randomly she has a revelation that it may not be for the best. And then she
if I remember
like, why did you not have this revelation earlier? Why didn't you develop this earlier? You developed it in the last 5 minutes of the game. What a stupid way to end your story.
I just found all three of them fun, but after the first one, I just like, well, when I played the second one, I was like, well, it clearly ain't going anywhere with the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the second one was the last one I played. I didn't even bother playing
Wow.
the third one.
Imagine playing a trilogy where the story goes nowhere.
Oh no!
Can't fucking imagine.
Is there a certain Bioware series you're thinking about there?
I'm from Canada.
Fucking bane of my existence, that is.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have a trilogy. We're not gonna plan it out. We're just gonna do whatever we feel like at the time. How about
Do you
that?
think it's like dartboards in the
Plots
production room? Do you think it's like
racist?
I think it's more like they didn't even plan it out till like the second, or they didn't even think it was going to be a trilogy till the second, and then they didn't really do any. Like, what are the connections between 2 and 3? Other than that, it's the same antagonist. The overall goal of the story isn't the same. It's just, we have to stop them from getting another thing.
Yeah.
But you know, in terms of the gameplay, what I remember, like in each iteration, it got a lot smoother, more well defined. More defined.
The second one was a lot better on exploration, more puzzles, more kind of like MacGuffin finding, better upgrades, better weapons.
It's only really the story that starts to degrade.
Yeah, really badly.
It's just the story. We don't need that.
The gameplay was pretty fine in all three of them.
Zach, are you saying that gameplay and story have to be connected and they have to be actually well done together?
No, I'm saying stories are racist. That's why
I'm
all
saying
games
that
are bad.
I say that there's a difference of criteria in what makes a good story and what makes good gameplay, and you can't really judge at the same time. There has to be different things which you do judge.
It is.
I think that
You can't have one without the other. If you have broken ass gameplay, I don't give a fuck how good your story is. If you have a broken ass story, I don't give a fuck how good your gameplay is. When I'm judging your game objectively, hold on. When I'm judging your game objectively, if you have a broken ass story but good gameplay, cool. The good gameplay is a redeeming factor. It doesn't change the fact that your story is broken at its foundation.
That's only really applies to stories which are like or games which are a narrative story. There are lots of games which aren't a narrative story.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. But my point is, if you have a story in there and it's supposed to be a story-based game, and then your story sucks, then that's a point against your game.
If your game still like
gameplay's good, so that makes it objectively
That's a
good game.
massive,
So,
Your gameplay
massive point
can-
against your game.
Your gameplay can make up for certain elements, I think. So if you make your gameplay super duper uber fun, and then your story's kind of crap, that means I think I'm more likely gonna be able to play through it because at least this, the gameplay's fun.
Well, they're your.
I think that's what it was with Squadrons. I was having a lot of fun in VR with Squadrons, but the fucking hell, the story was terrible.
That's where
abysmal.
the genre,
So
your criteria
you
is
didn't like the trans alien pirate.
the criteria for what you think is fun or good changes because the genre is different. It's like how we look at Devil May Cry series or Vanquish or any of those action games, which is about style and having all kinds of explosions happening really quickly, where the story is kind of B-movie, silly, ridiculous, over the top, melodramatic.
The
and
story comes second, really.
it is a secondary focus, exactly. So you realize that, oh, this is the kind of game I'm playing. This is the kind of story I'm getting. Now I understand. This is your criteria then changes because you walk in. Oh, this is gonna be a big serious shooter with big themes and saving the world from aliens. No, it's just a bunch of guy in a mech suit running around with a machine gun and doing crazy stuff.
One thing is, the very best case scenarios is both work together extremely well. But one thing I also think, in a way, like Bayonetta games, the gameplay is very over the top. So the story being very over the top kind of matches it extremely well.
Sure,
So
but you wouldn't.
I guess my go on.
But you wouldn't compare a story from Bayonetta or Devil May Cry on the same level you compare another fantasy genre with those elements like gods and heaven and hell and this and that.
yeah, sure.
I guess my only issue is that when those games do well, surprisingly, or they actually have a story that ties well in the gameplay, then it can be a point in its favor. But if they do badly, then the immediate defense is, well, it's a game first and a story second.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's my
nothing
only...
can really excuse like horrible storytelling. Again, even though like somewhat the gameplay in Squadrons made up for the horrible story, like it made it a lot more playable. It doesn't excuse the absolutely abysmal storytelling in that game. Like it was painfully bad.
You need both to have a good game. You need good gameplay and good story to have a good game.
So my issue,
again,
like...
no, but there are many stories. Oh no, fuck. There's many games which don't even have a story. So again, it depends on the context of the game itself.
Yeah, I
There
would
is
say,
no-
I would say like
there's no story
Total War
in-
games have stories outside of like if you just play a campaign.
or like Mario or something like that. Mario doesn't
Yeah.
have an amazing, heartwarming tale. It's jump up and down on a
Hell,
2D
even
scrolling.
Beat Saber. Beat Saber is a good example because there is no fucking story at all. It's all gameplay. So you can have a story without a game.
Of
If
the
it's a
final
narrative,
Jedi fighting
if it's a
music.
narrative game, then sure, you should write your story well, even if it isn't the main focus. You shouldn't have these horrible things, and you can't excuse it.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Ken
Among Us
Konecki,
Among Us
I gotta
doesn't
interrupt
have
here.
really
Ken
a story.
Konecki in the chat just said this: if your game has a story, it shouldn't suck. Sorry, I should have clarified because I'm also playing a game while I talk.
Same.
Yeah, I should have clarified. If your game does have a story, the gameplay and the story both need to be good for the game to be good. Like
There's actually
Mario
cases-
doesn't have a story. Mario has a goal: save the princess.
Yeah.
Right.
There are cases where games too, like they continue on in their series and they get better with gameplay with a tank and story. Halo was actually a pretty good example of that. Halo 4 and 5 got mechanically better. There were features that they added that made the game.
I would disagree with Halo 4 and 5 being mechanically better. There's many elements in which it progresses, including things like running, power armor abilities, and all the other shit they added. The map design, for instance, is abysmal.
I mean, I don't know. I would disagree. So
It's a bunch of headless chickens running around, and the gameplay of Halo isn't supposed to be designed in mind with being able to run out. You just run out. Why does cover even matter anymore if you can just run it between it now? You used to be a tank who would slowly walk around the battlefield. If you were out in the open, it was a big danger. And then in terms of the map design, it's just a big circle where people run around like headless chickens, and then whoever sees them first just happens to win. You even talk about bullet magnetism. It's been turned up to 110.
Yep.
Like, bullets will constantly curve and bend into people's faces, even if you're not... Like, you can have your gun right next to someone's head. The bullet will curve around, even through walls, to hit them. That is not good.
You're playing as
but
archers from Dark Souls.
Like that in the first 3 games too, man. Like,
Rona.
All right, I think we've exhausted this.
Yeah,
topic.
I was just about to say. Anyway, Link being the girl.
Yeah. Let's get back to that.
Female characters as long as they're the leading ladies in a good game. Also, according to a new study by researchers Rosalind Wiseman and Ashley Birch, girls care way more about seeing their gender
Ashley
represented
Birch,
than boys do.
Check
But the
who
gender
voiced Aloy.
Hold on.
Okay,
What,
so-
what study is he referring to? Because I'm gonna look it up.
How was it collected?
Ashley
How was it
Birch,
done?
if you look by that, you're probably only going to find a couple, because...
Ashley Birch,
Whoops.
girls care way more. Also, according to a new study by researchers Rosalind Wiseman and Ashley Birch,
Got those names?
Rosalind Wiseman.
Rosalind Wiseman and Ashley Birch.
Wiseman and Ashley Birch. What would I put after that? Gender game study.
Just study.
Sure. We'll just do study.
If I still had my uni account, I could look it up on Google
Well,
Scholar.
it looks like there aren't any matches, any great matches for your search.
There is.
Inside
Here, I
the
got
research that
I
could
got it.
change the perception of kids. ... Thank you, Google.
It's a video.
Kids,
Here I go.
gaming, and gender. I horribly misspelled. both of
Apparently,
their
it's the
names.
voice actress of Chloe from Life is Strange. Oh, dear God.
Yeah, Ashley Birch.
No, really?
Well, she's also the voice actor for Aloy as well. That's. She did a lot of other stuff too.
Is it
Oh, okay.
ready?
All right, so you redeemed yourself.
Okay,
I don't care who she's voiced. What does the study say?
Well, the
I'm
thing
looking-
is
I'm looking.
also, if you just say, "Oh, this study says this," but then you look at actually methodology and it's absolute garbage, so you can basically
girls
throw
way
everything
more about
out.
seeing
here's
Oh,
the graph.
Okay, girls care.
Wait.
Girls care way more. MS girls, HS girls. So,
Okay, so he specifically said the study was talking about girls want to see their gender represented, but then this is specifically talking about what do you prefer playing, or what gender do you prefer playing as? Your own, or no, you have no preference? He
This
specifically
is-
said men did not care as much, which is implying that they were more defined with playing female characters, and more women wanted to play female characters. So this isn't to state that you should just change everything. It's that if, for instance, they're probably doing like a character creator, they'd probably create a female character. It doesn't mean that they can't play a male character. So he's taken the study, talked about something else,
Sure.
like tried to say it's about gender representation,
It's not.
and it's about, okay, what do you prefer playing as your own gender, or do you not have a preference? And again, this is, is it horrible if you don't play as your own gender? It's, do you prefer it?
Is
Smud, can you
MS
post this on the
girls and
stream?
HS girls
I just
middle
found
school?
that.
Middle
high
school
school,
and high
so-
school.
all right?
Yeah, but
okay.
Alright.
also, how was that collected? How did they get
Yeah.
that data?
I guess they just asked.
Well, you just have
Yeah.
to trust Rosalind Wiseman and Ashley Birch from Polygon.
If you
'Cause
don't
that's their
know
source.
Ashley Birch, she's the girl from Hey Ash, what you playing?
Even
Hey,
then,
Ash,
it
what you
seems
playing?
that
Right.
almost 50% or more girls actually had middle school girls had no preference than people who wanted to play female, and then in the high school girls there is still like 34% that really just don't care. And then you need to also make sure that are these the girls kind of like the gamers? Are they the ones which actually play in the games, or are they talking more theoretically like the casual people who, I don't know, would occasionally pick up their boyfriend's Xbox?
Also, I
Let me
remember.
talk the gender studies girls who are all fucking just. you know.
Also, I remember Aiden Paladin talking about the doctors where she did research on exactly this topic, and she found that women loved to play as hot women.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another little infographic from the same study of boys and girls identifying as gamers. So the majority identify as boys identify as gamers, while girls do not. So if you ask a girl who doesn't identify as a gamer what game she wants to play, chances are she's not a gamer. And she's going to give you an opinion about a game that, I guess I want to play as a girl. Unless they was very specific on which game they're talking about.
I can also talk, well, most women I've encountered who actually love playing games don't consider themselves gamer either. And no, I'm not talking about mobile game, I'm talking actual games.
We believe you, don't worry.
No, but you've talked to a woman before.
I remember that there was that really manipulative study that said that women are now like a majority of gamers. And then if they actually looked at the study, it was also including people who played mobile games.
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush. They were comparing Candy Crush to something the same level as Halo. Yeah,
in that study, my mum would be classed as a pro gamer because of by how many hours she plays Candy Crush.
This reminds me of probably my favorite ever example of misleading statistics in a study. It was a study on child trafficking, and the statistics.
Okay.
Sorry, change of topic, but it will be funny once you hear how they presented the stats. It was 40% girls, 60% other.
What?
60%
other?
Yes. Aliens being trafficked?
I thought that great. It was like, wait, hold on a minute. It was from a feminist organization.
Well, I think these two charts that we have in the article.
Also, why is this important about why Link should be a girl? Because all I see is you asking teenage girls what they like to play as, how they go.
Right, because women, we need to make it so that women play those games, you know.
I'm going to post this in your chat, Smud.
Yeah, what I want to say, though...
There's a link to the article that I found.
Right. Okay, well, I just want to say that if you look at these two numbers here, okay, the females who responded, who wanted to play as females, said 46. The ones who didn't care responded with 48. They didn't care.
That's in middle school.
That's in middle school, yeah.
Yeah.
So what? Like, what is the target demographic for a particular game? You can't just say this in a certain way and say, "Oh, you're going to sell more games this way if you have a female character."
Yeah.
And this is on the cusp of making marketing data for a projected product, as opposed to an established brand, which we already know. We have millions, if not hundreds of millions, of products sold from Nintendo.
Even then, there's a problem with when you do like questionnaires like this, and you look for market data. When you're asking people specifically, people can often just say what sounds good to them, rather like say, would you enjoy a video game where you're on the moon and you're playing football? And then someone said, yeah, you know what, that sounds pretty cool. I guess I would be interested in that. And then, they actually see the game and then they buy it. They play it for a little bit and they're like, nah, not really that interested, and they just throw it to the side. It's just because something sounds good to someone doesn't necessarily mean it's how they're going to react. Like, for instance, if you say it in the same manner, it's like, do you prefer playing female? And they'll say, oh yeah, sure, I guess. It's my own gender if I had to. And then does that mean that they would have a big problem with playing another gender in a specific video game?
Yeah.
Also, wouldn't you have to do more than just switch the gender to make it appealing? For those women?
I found the actual study from Weisman and Birch. The actual study that they conducted is locked behind a paywall.
It is. God damn it.
Is anyone else just thinking of the "look at this graph" meme?
Yes.
Look at this graph. Yep.
I'm not familiar with the meme, but I can guess by context.
It's this.
This graph
Yeah.
this graph means nothing at all, and it means
Also,
nothing.
just
Scalping
so we're clear, the primary market for video games is men.
hmm
So
Sexist.
This
Fuck
is
off.
Yeah.
this is even better. This is the more accurate graph, which is from the same article on Polygon. Does a protagonist gender affect your likelihood of playing? And the majority of boys and girls say no.
There we go.
Yeah.
hey,
The
You
same
definitely
study.
left it out, didn't
I
you?
love it when you
The-
cherry pick
very
the-
convenient.
and the
Very
Let's put it this way.
convenient.
The people who are actually the people who are actually bothered about don't usually play video games. They're too busy arguing online about the gender of protagonists to actually pick up a controller or keyboard and mouse.
Listen,
So-
you cherry pick this graph. All right, this little chart here. But the protag gender affect your likelihood of playing. You cherry picked it. All right, you're a sexist, and you should be shamed and canceled.
Yeah, but we cherry picked when he cherry picked, so it washes
No,
out, right?
no, his cherry picking's fine because he's
No.
on the correct side of the political.
Oh,
scale.
yeah,
We're
but
not
he
even
doesn't
cherry
have actual
picking. We're
glasses,
pulling
so-
out more data from the same
No
article
cherry
he pulled
picking.
his data out from.
No, you're cherry picking because you're sexist.
Come on, Shadi.
course.
It's always
Oh, Zach,
nitpicking
now
and
you're
cherry
sounding
picking.
very clonophobic.
I just
You want to check your privilege
You're
there.
Check your
fuck
privilege.
you.
Check your privilege. I'm a clone. Don't be clonophobic.
Yeah, no.
If you
Great-
got your
great,
own clothes,
great
you slap him.
Comeback. That was fantastic. All right, let's just keep going, shall we?
Yeah.
If you bang a clone of yourself, is it masturbation or gay?
Okay.
I just
That's
shortly
bad.
wanted to.
Zach, no.
It's masturbation.
I just shortly also want to mention that recently came out that Ubisoft released the info that through data showed that I think it was quite a large majority of players chose the male character in Assassin's Creed Odyssey over the female.
Oh, really?
What
I
was
think
the,
there was also statistics in Mass Effect as well. Mass Effect,
Yeah, I
a
was about to
majority of
say,
people
yeah.
play male Shep.
Yeah.
Even though weirdly enough, like all the playthroughs I find on like YouTube, it's all femshep.
Yeah.
Strange.
It's weird, yeah. Oh, hey ho.
I will admit,
Represented
Jennifer
than
Hale
boys
is
do.
a
But the
much
gender
better
of the
actor
character
than
also
doesn't
really
what's his
matter to the
face.
vast majority.
Yeah, I
of
actually like
boys
Jennifer
poll.
Hale.
So would a female Link
Okay,
make
sorry,
more
sorry,
girls
sorry.
play Zelda? Probably. And would most male players care about playing as a girl? Probably not. And though Zelda remains an incredible franchise,
So why
it
should you
needs
arbitrarily
a
change the
change.
gender?
Even the creators think so. Series producer Eiji Aonuma said that he wished that they'd had more time to rethink the typical Zelda formula before the release of Skyward Sword. But while he meant changing gameplay and dungeon
Skyward Sword.
structure, I think we need to
old
do
is this
more
video?
than that.
Oh,
said
so
he-
your
he was-
head canon then. Right, okay.
You're literally admitting that he isn't talking about changing the character's gender. He's talking about the gameplay and the story.
Uh-huh.
You just
He's
saying,
just made up in
there's a
his
few
head.
things which I would have done differently going back, and then in this guy's head, he's just thinking, oh yeah, and what you should have done, you should have made it female. It's like, no, that's not what I'm talking about at all. Like I don't know, this painting I've made, the hair isn't quite right, the eyes are a little bit too close together. Maybe I would have made the mouth in a better pose. Like maybe he's smiling.
So what you're saying?
And then he said,
so
so what you're saying is you should make him a woman. No, that's not what I'm fucking
Yeah.
saying at all. Get out of my office.
Yeah, no, that's literally it. It's literally just my head canon says that I think this person's saying this. It's like, no, we're saying no. What?
But he admits that he's not even saying that, and that's not what he's
saying,
doing.
he's saying Eiji Aonuma should have gone farther. He should have done the extreme step.
Yeah, but that's not what this.
I know.
We should just kill all men.
We're just. Why is it? Whenever these people come up with stuff, it always gets into fucking head canon defense of things. They make
Headcanons.
stuff up in there.
It's desperation. A lot of
Yeah,
people go to desperation when they have nothing else to grasp, either dismissing people or just going the subjective route.
Having a conclusion and making everything fit that conclusion.
Yeah, but it's not even that. They have a conclusion, then nothing that they can even make up fix that conclusion, and they just go into wilder and wilder like headcanons where you're just like, what are you on about?
It's like
in their own head.
You're doing a math equation. It's like you're doing a math equation backwards. Like okay, I'm going to start off with 15. And then I'm going to add a 10. Like, and now this doesn't quite work together. Shit.
Yeah, but then they keep going and going and going, and you're still
it's like, well, if you add 5 and then take away 21, and then you just kick the pig a little bit.
Just put a y there. Okay, and then you divide by x.
I feel like this is accurate.
Shiny
Welcome to the math
advocating for
lesson part of
animal
the
abuse.
podcast, everybody.
Shiny advocating for animal abuse. That's a no-go. How dare you?
Yeah,
I shoot a lot of womp rats and scrap rats. Scrap rats, they're not very nice. They got big teeth. They eat metal.
I think it's time we have an email link to turn our outdated perspective of Hyrule on its head. So
Wait, why?
Outdated perspective of Hyrule on its head. Go fuck yourself, you fake glasses wearing fuck.
Wait, is he actually wearing fake glasses?
There's no lenses. There's no lenses. Yeah.
They could just be non-reflective lenses.
No, there are no lenses.
Yeah.
Like look at this frame. Look at this graph.
Look at this photograph.
Yeah, in that angle, I don't know. I feel there should be some kind of reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Link, or should we just stay the course? Hash it out in the comments.
I'm legit staring at his glasses now, looking for any kind of reflection. Yeah, there's no reflection.
Wait, hang on.
Wait, we're done?
Hold on. Wait, how much of this video is left?
4 minutes.
Wait, what?
It's 4 minutes.
Wait, what?
Let's just keep going. Let's find out.
Wait, what?
He just said, what do you think?
Fundamental part of games. Let's see what you had to say. Real quick before we
Violence is... Okay, so last week he asked if violence is a fundamental part of games. No.
Oh, wait a second. So he's doing the next half of this video.
We've changed gears real quick.
A response from the previous video he did. So he's actually doing a twofer. And his original video is 5 minutes long. Okay.
Wait, what? So why can't Link be a girl? So he's not answered any... What?
He's disproven his idea by stats.
You've wasted my time. I'm joking.
He's making me ashamed of my own gender.
Get off the stream.
The study he showed us showed that women don't care and men don't care. They just want to play the game. They don't care about the protagonist's gender.
Yeah.
Every frame, Smud.
I know, it's amazing.
Rest of the comments, one thing that I noticed was that when we were talking about violence, a lot of people chose, I would say, obvious examples. So Resident Evil or Call of Duty, examples where you have a person with a gun shooting
Resident Evil
person.
4.
And I was talking about violence in a broader, maybe more abstract context.
Why?
Abstract violence.
The most violent game ever.
Zach.
The most violent games ever are those where you use state violence and all that kind of shit.
State violence. The idea of hurting you.
No.
Okay, so you see,
I'm so confused.
Beat Saber is violent because you're using blades to cut boxes to music. It is destructive.
Age of Empire is the most violent one because you use your violence to make people do what you want.
Better yet,
Civilization is violent.
Yes.
On your behalf.
Do you have to be retarded
you
to
can
work
play
for PBS
Civilization
Digital Studios, or is that just a given?
Yeah.
You can play Civilization as like a very peaceful Gandhi. You know, you love diplomacy and democracy.
Gandhi being peaceful. You've not played Civilization.
No, but he's only when he's an NPC. When he's an NPC, he becomes incredibly aggressive. If you're playing him as a character, you can actually play him as like a proper peaceful lad.
Proper
You
A proper peaceful.
every game where you control a character, it's violent because you impose your will upon the character. That's
true.
violent.
You are raping.
If
your
you're saying
characters.
that the violence is abstract, then how are you supposed to define what is violence in a video game?
Shiny, questions are violent. Shut up.
Silence is violence too.
No.
Talking is violence. Silence is violence. Violence is violently violent.
All right. So in the stream there. All right. Cool. Settled it.
Yeah,
Roses
we
are
can keep
red.
going, but I don't
Violence
think
is
we want
violent.
to. This guy's getting really theoretical.
I want to see where it's going.
Maybe the next 30
Let's just see.
seconds.
It's only 9
see-
minutes.
Surgeon Simulator is violent as you desperately try to save the life of this person.
While
As I
driving.
take a hammer to this dude's rib cage just because
see-
it's faster than the
You
saw.
see,
You need to break some eggs to make omelets.
You need to eat omelets to make
Rocket
eggs.
League is an inherently violent game in
No.
an abstract sense.
Did you ask the ball for consent?
Prison Architect is not about caging people who are violent to stop them from committing more violence. You are actively being violent towards criminals who are violent by locking them in a cell.
Buddhist Simulator is inherently violent.
Tetris
I-
is
I actually
inherently
did-
violent because when you slide the long brick in between some of the other bricks, it's kind of like penis. And
Pong
yeah.
is violence.
Well, no, you're forcing your will on those bricks. So
Yeah. You're raping bricks in Tetris.
exactly, what did he say that triggered this? I missed it.
I think he was
Comment.
talking from the
Abstract
last
violence. He said the phrase abstract violence.
Well, he
Violence.
in another video he was talking about violence in video games, and then people started talking about Resident Evil, games with actual fucking guns and weapons. And then he said, well, I was actually thinking of violence in a more abstract sense. In other words, people completely bodies arguments, and he just changed the goalpost.
Hey, Zach, all games would be better if they were exactly the same as Resident Evil.
That's just true.
But without
Not
having
which
guns.
Resident Evil.
You know, what was that
Resident
video
Evil
game?
4.
Mount Your Friends.
Oh.
Mount Your Friends is violent because you're asserting your dominance by climbing on top of people.
I just saw the
No,
image in the
philosopher.
chat. It's great.
Yeah.
I just want to T-pose on my friends. Why is that so? Why is that?
I just want to rub
And
my
the guy,
balls.
and the
all
guy
the time
said,
around.
and the guy said, Dead Space would be a great game if it was Resident Evil 4.
Oh.
And that was
Right.
literally his argument to say why Dead Space was a rubbish game, because it wasn't Resident Evil 4.
That's
Yes.
Message coming in.
Huh.
He's not
Passion
kidding,
through.
by the way.
I mean, I
It
didn't
literally
really
was like,
play Dead Space, so that's just a weird argument to make, though.
yeah,
Nice.
it was like, yeah.
Oh god. Anyway, let's keep going. I don't know how long we're going to go with this because it's getting kind of silly, but we'll
You
try.
never know, really.
His main argument has ended.
Joe Crazy.
Smud, you made us watch a video called "Why Link Can't Be a Girl." You thought this was going to be sane?
Well, no, the topic is done. The topic is finished, so there's really no
Yeah, it's
point.
already over.
Yeah. So we're just
Like,
this is for fun. So yeah, we're just gonna stop when we
He
get
just
bored.
went 2/3 of the way through his video, and he's like, "Yeah, that's that then."
Yeah.
This is like, the celebration lap.
Right. So Joe
He's,
Crazy.
he's thinking in his head right now, "I fucking nailed that."
Yeah. Right. Cooking Mama is an inherently violent game. Well,
Well, you see, I prefer Gordon Ramsay's video game.
I mean,
it is inherently a lot more violent, as it is Gordon
A lot
Ramsay.
more based.
Probably Animal Crossing is about indentured servitude, so there must be an aspect of violence in that, right?
I don't know. Does Gordon Ramsay actually have a video?
you can
I know,
hit you
please
can hit
no.
your neighbors with nets. It's
Yeah,
violent.
Gordon. It's called Gordon Ramsay. You're a fucking idiot sandwich. Video game.
I would actually
Take
play
it
that though.
out of existence.
I know that
So Mario jumping on a Goomba, for example.
Does it
Or in
James
Tetris,
Cook? I think had
eliminating
a
boss.
video game.
No, he actually said Tetris. He actually said Tetris.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, is
Oh,
the video playing for you guys?
Hold on. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where's everybody? Timestamp.
I'm stuck at about
602.
602.
Yeah,
Alright.
602, yeah.
All right. So, where's everybody now?
520.
521.
521.
So we're going back to 602.
Mm.
All right. Oh my
go.
fucking god. That's a screenshot.
Did you?
Uh,
You sound like your birthday.
Are we playing, or is it going, or what?
no, it's not going yet. All right, ready?
Yeah.
That context.
Yeah, ready.
Sense that you take something that is in existence and then you take it out of existence. So Mario jumping on a Goomba, for example, or in Tetris eliminating rows of blocks. So
Wait.
think about
That's his
violence-
definition of violence?
When I pick up
rows of blocks is
no, guys, let me explain. When I pick up this tissue and I sneeze into it, and then I crump it up into a ball, and then I throw it in the bin, that is violence, because I am throwing away and discarding this tissue. I am creating and destroying it.
So
Do you know when he said that?
retarded.
Do you know when he said that? My face was literally, if everyone remembers the first Toy Story, Woody's response to when Buzz is like choking, just a blank stare into the distance.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? I was just like, he went Tetris. I was like, yeah, I'm gone. My brain's just left. I'm just like, fuck it.
This has to be my favorite definition of violence yet.
when you have a
Makes
game of
sense.
memory like those cards where you find the two cards that are the same and you take away those cards off the table, they cease to exist. You have killed them. They no longer.
Violence against inanimate objects.
Solitaire,
It's just
most
rampant.
violent game I've ever seen. Solitaire is the
stacked
most violent
cards
game.
on-
Why are we so violent against inanimate objects?
You deserve it.
Did anyone not think of the inanimate object?
Would you
How
prefer
it
that
felt?
objects I commit more violence upon?
I mean, I can't tell you
Would
how
do
many
that.
blocks I've destroyed in Beat Saber. I mean, I'm a fucking psycho murderer.
Those blocks had a family.
Those blocks had families. And I chopped off not just the women, but the children too.
Blocks, the blue ones and the green ones.
Did you kill the youngling blocks too?
Yep.
You see a hollow recording of them murdering blocks.
You see, the children are like the dot ones where you can swipe in any direction, and then the genders are like the red and the blue.
Well, then there's more than
So
one.
not
gender,
just
right?
the
So
men, not just the blue, but the red
three,
and the
the
dots
red-
too.
all the prime
They were
colors.
blocks, and I cut them to pieces like they were blocks.
This guy. So you guys have seen this videos from him before. Is he normally like this? Is this normally
worse.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think I only remember one of his other videos.
He's the guy who had a big scuffle with Steven Crowder a few years back.
Yep.
And
About what?
because Steven Crowder kept making fun of him because he was so easy target. I mean, he is an easy target.
And my video's now gone to 0, 0, 0.
So is mine, yeah.
Mine too.
Okay.
What happened?
I've lost all
Uh-huh.
control of the video.
Should Nintendo? Should
Yeah, I got-
Nintendo?
Kick
Nintendo
that
makes-
one.
All right.
Alright,
Wait.
I think I've got control now. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't really care.
I'm setting it back. To
All right.
602.
Well, that's good.
This was that when we were talking about violence, a lot of people chose, I would say, obvious examples. Resident Evil or Call of Duty, examples where you have a person with a gun shooting another person. And I was talking about violence in a broader, maybe more abstract context, in the sense that you take something that is in existence and then you take it out of existence. So Mario jumping on a Goomba, for example, or in Tetris eliminating rows
But
of
the thing is,
blocks.
you can.
So when we
Sorry,
think about
you
violence,
can I just have to pause
God.
it there because I know people. But you can actually qualify like killing a Goomba and stomping it out of existence as killing something, so that actually could be violence. We're not talking about like a block in Mario you've just hit. It's a Goomba, which is a living being with eyes and legs.
To be fair, Goombas deserve to be purged.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
But when you stack blocks in Tetris, they disappear. It's violence.
I just It's not violence at this point.
I want to imagine like the Tetris music like being played as like PTSD, and then just have screaming, just the
It's just Vietnam. It's like Vietnam flashbacks.
It's the Russians.
Can I, Zach, have you seen
what's up, man?
the picture that I just put into the,
Yes, yeah, I
the
saw it.
chat? That is literally my face just throughout this part of the fucking video.
Isn't that a Russian folk
That
song?
literally is every frame of this video. He's just got some fucking goofy ass face. He's
I would imagine
not a
like
good
the
looking guy.
blocks were like, "You weren't there, man. You weren't there." They were all the blocks. They just deleted from existence.
I always wondered why whenever I was playing Tetris, fortunate someone was.
I always heard screaming in the background. Never knew what that was.
All right, here's Joe Crazy.
Had the audio off. It was a glitch.
Hold on.
I remember the Tetris Wars. Many good blocks lost their lives. I still have nightmares. Thanks, Joe.
That's
You guys, you didn't fit in the Tetris.
that's not
Wars,
actually a
but-
joke. I remember Todd the L brick. Anyway,
We're traveling to Pongyang River, 67.
I was a Tetris player, the same as your father.
My buddy Keith Tex from Colorado. God,
Colorado.
when he made the jump from the giant Tetris box in the sky, his
Yeah.
rope, he didn't make it.
I want to imagine like it's a really shit version of Pixels. You know that. Oh, the film's already shit. So imagine a shitter version of shit.
Pixels or I thought it was or no? Is this another movie like Emoji or something?
Tetris.
It's a movie,
Tetris
and
now.
they turn retro games into like like aliens have turned themselves into video games for some reason, and they're challenging they took video games from the 80s that were launched into space as like a challenge, and therefore they have to use the video game nerds from the 80s who were really good at their games to basically fight, but they end up playing like the games in like full size. I think if maybe Tetris
Message
was
coming
one.
in.
At least a
That's
Pac-Man was. So they all got in cars, and there was a big Pac-Man trying to eat them, and shouldn't it be the other way around though? Because the cars would have been the ghost.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Surely it's an Adam Sandler movie.
All right.
Why are you?
Yeah, that we've said has made a lot of sense. So
Okay.
Surely he's there literally going, "Oh, why does this Adam Sandler movie make no sense?" It's like,
Well, it's just I never I saw it when I was younger, so I didn't actually think about it. I just thought this is shit, and then I just started thinking, hey, this shouldn't be the other way around. But Sean Bean didn't die, so there you go.
This guy.
Oh.
10 points.
What do you
Oh,
think
yeah.
about violence in video games? And then he just fucking annihilates the goalposts.
I remember the Tetris.
True enough.
Pac-Man ate the creator's hand off. What a delight!
All right. Well,
Like,
we
you're
got.
just misunderstood.
I still can't believe that he mentioned fucking Tetris with violence. I've lived,
Listen,
I've
you're
lived
removing
longer than.
blocks from existence. Violent.
Ugh.
Anyway.
I love the smell of blocks in the morning.
When you throw things in the bin, it's violence.
And
When
that
you
way
eat a
it's much
vegetable, it's
broader sort of
violence.
commentary on what it means to play games. Anyway, hope that helps. Butterworthy, who has the best.
Wait. We have 3 minutes left, and he's doing comments now?
Games market-driven industry, killing. Wow, okay. Little remarks. There are games about
shit.
killing. Classics like Monkey Island, SimCity, and SimCity. Oh, not about killing. Oh, whew. Those types of games existed as long as games exist, and were within the most successful games. Okay.
I mean, SimCity was a pretty big money maker. So
Oh, this isn't Carlos Maza. My apologies. Thanks for clearing that up. Dakason?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
The host name is Jamin Warren. I'm really familiar with the series, and trust me, follow this rabbit hole. It's up to you guys to recommend.
No.
No.
It's up to you guys to recommend
I haven't
videos.
been here for very long, so
I'm
open to it.
I'm gonna say he didn't look like Carlos Mazza. Because I thought, oh, he must have lost a lot of weight because Carlos Mazza is really skinny and really. There's a reason why Stephen Crowder kept calling him, those names.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
So this isn't the guy that had a tussle with.
No,
Stephen
it
Crowder,
wasn't. My
right?
apologies. Yeah, I was wrong on that.
Okay, so this is a completely just new random person we have now encountered.
This is a completely different fucking idiot. Yeah.
Have you guys ever?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Now there are two of them.
Have you guys ever covered him before, or is he?
He looks familiar. Like I recognize the set and the guy. I think we may have covered him once. I don't remember too much about it though.
Whoa, hold on. There's a very strong game design reason for killing in games. Killing as a primary mechanic keeps a game linear, keeps the designer in control, and lets you interact with other characters.
What?
What?
How does killing let you interact with other characters?
Well, it lets you
How
kill
does
them.
to interact with other characters, but I don't understand
killing-
how I'm interacting with them.
How does killing keep a game linear?
I have no idea.
Their body fall down. Linear.
And keeps the designer in control. A designer is in control all the time because they design the fucking thing. Are designers not in control of SimCity?
No. When I go outside the map and fall forever, they're not.
I suppose you can't have infinite resources. So
Rosebud, fuck you.
That's. What do they mean by linear? Because there's a couple. I don't want to even go into it. I guess.
I don't know.
Well, because there's different meanings for linear when you're talking about game design, I guess. Because you could be talking about a game that's linear, like Uncharted. There are no branching sequences. There are no maps to explore and everything like that. But
linear to mean so many things because linear just means
Skyrim is linear.
That is the definition of linear.
And then you just could apply it to so many things like the gameplay or the story, the fucking anything. You just say, "Oh, a game's linear." In what way is the game linear? Please tell me that just by saying this, you could be talking about fucking anything.
Yeah.
Acropolis just said in the chat. His definition is so philosophically terrible. If you change anything, you are committing violence.
You see this blade of grass? I slightly nudged it. It's violence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what is if you did that as violence? What does it mean when I just yank that grass out of the ground?
Violence.
Mega.
Just violence. Mega violence. Yeah.
Gunny like weapon. Right.
Someone was bullied at school, weren't they? Definition of violence.
That's your prognosis here. This guy had some problems growing up.
It's one of those things. Violence is everything. You were bullied, weren't you? No one wants to sit with you.
Pinch his arm fat
at lunch.
I want to pinch his arm fat and watch him cry for an hour.
Yeah.
I think we're done with the video. There's not much else to talk about. This is kind of
thank God
ridiculous.
All I know is why can't Link be a girl? Well, he's not explained why he should be. So obviously, even he doesn't think.
No,
he should
it
be
took
a girl.
me 5 minutes.
Hey,
to
wait
ask
a
a one
minute.
sentence question.
No,
I just realized something.
The reason is horse.
Wouldn't making Link a girl be violent because you would remove...
Violence! You remove it.
Crazy philosopher for the win. Nice.
Yeah.
You cracked it. You cracked the code.
You would remove male Link.
Yeah.
You're removing the
Unbelievable.
link
Wow.
for existence. It's violent.
Wow. Wow. What a violent video he's making.
Now.
Unbelievable.
Is he trying to say
How
he
violent
wants
of
women
this
to be violent?
Yeah. God. He definitely was bullied, picking on other people now.
He's picking on gaming characters because they can't fight back.
Like back, yeah. bullying and violent. Wow.
The shoe is now on the other foot.
But how the turntables?
Yeah.
How those the obtaining of tables.
Jamin, you sexist, you're getting cancelled.
It seems like the dice have been cast, the cards have been rolled.
Crazy philosopher is Galaxy Brain. He's far beyond us mortals.
Yeah, he is. That was...
Dude, Galaxy Brain.
That was impressive.
So, yeah, violence and horse. That's what we've decided.
Yeah, Epona, everyone loves Epona,
Well,
therefore Link should be a
because
girl.
they're female.
I just... what a waste of a... Why did he even make this video?
I'm left questioning why he made this. He asked, over the course of 5 minutes, a 6-word question, and then went, so violence.
Well, if you want to watch a good video, then you should watch mine on whataboutisms on my channel.
Shut the fuck up, Shiny!
No, you shut the fuck up. Have you got anything to advertise? Oh, didn't think so.
Yeah, I do. I have a reading of where I read Hamlet's soliloquy. And also I have a live streaming channel.
Gay.
You're gay. You're a gay clone. So that you're
It's
like a
not
million
gay
times
if it's
gay.
with
If you're
your
gay,
own clone.
then all the other clones are gay. And that's
Not
a
gay
billion
if
clones
it's your
of
own
gayness.
clone. Get it right. Don't be clonophobic.
Get the
Girls, you're
room.
both beautiful.
All right, gentlemen, we're gonna end it tonight, and I swear you can go on any second of this video, and you can find an amazing facial expression. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just... This guy.
Yeah.
Wow. This guy, what a waste.
Do people just not write
Bet his
video
parents.
essays anymore? Do they not
I can-
look for their own
I can-
video?
Do you know something?
Stop.
I can understand why this guy's dad went out for cigarettes. It's one of those, yeah.
All right. Well, happy Boxing Day, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great night, keeping warm, and
I was, and then this video started.
No, it was fun.
yeah, it was
It was great.
easy to go through. Not too bad. Anyway, thanks for coming in. If any other suggestions, keep it coming. I'm going to have to make a fifth voting channel just because we have so many suggestions coming in, and I'm watching some videos. They're fairly long and they're fairly decent, so we can cover those later. Much better than this one, I can guarantee that. So thank you.
If you're gonna make a suggestion, at least can people watch the video so we know if he's not going to halfway through go to something completely different that has nothing to do with the title of the video.
I wasn't expecting him to change topics halfway through. Okay.
Yeah, we weren't expecting. Why can't Link be a girl? Anyway, violent. Tetris.
Maybe
Violent
that-
Tetris. All right,
Maybe that was
when you
part
touch
of
my
the-
blocks, you're raping.
Maybe that's part of why it was suggested.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it's
How
fine.
can I make Smudcast suffer more?
How does this guy have 100,000 subscribers?
What?
Who knows?
Drugs.
Yeah.
Who
Are you
knows?
asking that question?
A lot-
Because I'm
a lot of spare
incredibly
time.
homophobic.
Anyway, I want to say goodnight.
Fucking
Thanks, guys, for
moron.
coming in. Keep the suggestions coming. We always vote on them every day, and it's always random whoever shows up because not everyone has the same interests on the same video. So
I've never played a Legend of Zelda game in my life, but I sat through my friend at college talking about it for 2 years. So when I heard "Why can't Link be a girl," I thought, well, at least he might say a reason.
Well, this is coming from the great mind that made the videos like how Mario's mushroom changes everything.
What?
Why is Minecraft so blocky?
What?
Why do we love Fallout 4's awful world? Portal, a feminist masterpiece.
What?
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Oh my god!
Halo 5 is for old people. Oh, sorry, is Halo 5 for old people?
What?
Question mark.
What an absolutely worthless waste of a human brain and human intelligence.
Is
Why-
the internet bad at
This
Super Mario
fucking
Maker?
guy has human sentience. He looks in the mirror and knows that he's a human. He has the same level of self-awareness as you and me, and this is what he does with it.
I'm not so sure about that one.
The
We're
question
still
is,
in the air,
do his
aren't we?
glasses actually work? That's the question.
Do the classes work though?
Anywho, guys,
I wanna die.
let's take a break and call it a night. Thanks everyone for coming in. We'll talk to you real soon. Stay warm. Try to go out shopping. It's kind of crazy out there right now, this entire weekend. So yeah,
This video, I want to point out, has more downvotes than upvotes, which is the one godsend, the feminist masterpiece one.
Yes.
Thank God.
Okay, what else could we laugh at?
Well,
Will Smart Boy ever be able to finish the stream?
Can we stop watching the video, Shiny? Shiny, you go to bed,
Bye,
Shiny.
everybody.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.